following is a presentation of RS Wolves TV.
Wolves TV here in Marshfield, Missouri. It's going to be a great matchup between the Marshfield Blue Jays and your Reed Spring Wolves. Kicking it off right now. Marshfield going to get a nice kick, but Keeson, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
You know, Reed Spring is coming in here 3-1. Marshfield coming in here 2-2. Both teams are evenly stacked, both on offense and defense. It's going to be a good game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. That was number 14, a sophomore, Braden Langton, taking that kickoff return. We're definitely seeing we have not as much depth as we would like, but we're definitely seeing that we do have a bit of depth nonetheless. You know, as we look down the line, Keeson, coming back from playing a quarterback like Bryant Bull, who was a quarterback could do everything. He could run, he could throw. He was a versatile quarterback. Marshfield's kind of got the same thing. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
You know, Bryant Bull, he was number 2 in almost every category, and that's a big hit there on Blandy Burrow. But he was number 2 in almost every category in Marshfield history. So whenever you have a quarterback that dominant that leaves, and now you have to replace him with a junior quarterback coming in this year, it's a bit of a change for sure.
Yeah, he was also the co-offensive player of the year with Blandy Burrow in the Big 8. We definitely saw that Blandy had rightfully earned that with amazing stats last year. But we have James Dowdy and Nathan Mitchell, I believe that is, out wide. We're going to hand it off up the gut, straight to Chris Daniels.
Yeah, good run there by the man of the hour last week, Chris Daniels. He rushed for a big time.
Yeah, for sure, Chris Daniels was definitely a workhorse last week, but we just undercut somebody. That was number 22, Wyatt McVeigh, a guy who saw some playing time in the Springfield Catholic game, got a breakaway touchdown. That was an amazing play to see. Got some playing time last week in the homecoming Hollister game, and now we're seeing one snap, and there's Chris Daniels, the man of the hour.
Yeah, and speaking more on Wyatt McVeigh, we saw that big breakaway run versus Springfield Catholic. That definitely boosted him into the lineup for varsity, and here we see him in a starting role for varsity after being on JV for a little while.
Yeah, for sure. I think what has fueled that as well is Jace Bolin does have an ankle injury. He's been beaten up this is our 5th week. He's been beaten up for 4 weeks straight. He's a strong guy, but the body can only take so much. So I think we're kind of seeing kind of the limits of what happens. And we got, Blandy's going to hit a screen pass to James Dowdy. It's not going to be good enough for a first down, but man, will it be close.
Yeah, and speaking more on Jace Bolin, that ankle injury, what I noticed is that a lot of teams would kind of go low at him, go for his knees, go for his legs, because upper body, if you try and tackle Jace Bolin upper body, you're getting ran over. So they figured out to just kind of go for the ankles, go for knee, and that probably has definitely impacted his ankles to force that injury.
Oh, for sure. When you have Jace Bolin head on, you hit him up. Oh, Blandy's dropping back. Oh my gosh, and we're going to see him go to the sky, and he's finding Nathan Mitchell wide open. His defender was not even close. And with 9 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first quarter, the Wolves strike first.
Yeah, great post route there by Nathan Mitchell. He just ran a simple post across the field and was faster than the guy against him. And he got open for that 6 on the scoreboard. Score's now 6-0 pending the point after attempt.
Good snap hold, and the kick it was a bit wide. I wasn't sure if it was going to go in, but it does go in, making it 7-0. Wolves got first blood.
Yeah, Wolves, you know, I talked to a JV player, Calvin Waters. He's an offensive lineman for the Wolves. He told me that in order to beat the Blue Jays, they have to play a complete 4 quarters of football. Don't let off the gas is what he said to me. And honestly, I agree with him. Most of the time, for the past 2 weeks against both Catholic and Hollister, we started off slow in the first quarter and then started picking pace in the second quarter and then just went off in the second half. They cannot do that against Marshfield. And so far, they strike first blood, and they're up 7-0.
Yeah, but something I would like to notice, especially with me and Keeson when we did our preparations over this past week, kind of looking at what Marshfield has. Marshfield's defense looks pretty good, but they're pretty inconsistent week to week. You know, holding Monette to 13 points, then letting up 35 to Hollister, another. Not very day in and day out, get the work done type of team that you would want a team to be. But I feel like the Wolves are definitely a day in, day out team.
Yeah, one thing about the Marshfield defense is that they seem to be very inconsistent, and we just saw that on that deep pass from Burrell to Mitchell, and that was just a little onside kick, but Marshfield was able to get right back on in, so now the Wolves defense will come out.
Yeah, one player that we will be seeing a lot of is the senior running back, Davion Harris, a 6'1", 180-pound running back. He's number 21. He had 136 carries for 1,076 yards last year and 13 touchdowns. An absolute, I feel like Derrick Henry of high school football, and there he is in the backfield.
Yeah, he's right next to Tyce Jones, the new quarterback, and they just hand it off to him, and he's going to go nowhere. Good stop there by Dowdy, and I think that's Devin Hartsfield.
That is not Devin Hartsfield. Unfortunately, that is Sebastian Michaud. They're in the 50s, so what can you tell? No, but that was a good play to start off this drive, making it 2nd and 10, giving them no gain on midfield. Trying to call a hard snap, but it looks like he will call audible. Oh, and he bobbles the snap just a little bit, yeah.
He's going to run out left, and he's going to get brought down.
Yeah, that was a swarm of wolves on him.
You know, Tyce Jones, number 18, looks like a big guy. I don't know if that's just his physique or his flag jacket underneath that jersey, but he looks very explosive coming out of that backfield as a quarterback.
Yeah, Tyce Jones, it says he's 5'9" and 180 pounds, so weight room has definitely been a house of his off the gridiron.
High snap here.
Yeah.
Gonna go right up the gut, and he's stopped there by Sebastian Michaud.
Yeah, I believe that was number 14. I think that was Braden Langston on the help with it. It was Braden Langston on the help. He did break a tackle by Chris Daniels. We got 4th down now. James Dowdy will be back to receive this punt.
Yeah, we got Tyce Jones, the quarterback, at punter. Same thing with Reed Spring. You know, Blandy is also their punter. So quarterbacks at punter show tonight, seems like. He's going to get...
Looks like he was going to fake it, but it's going to go out of bounds.
I was about to say, looked to be a good punt, but got the height, but not really the length, and the Wolves seem to have pretty good field position.
Looked like it came off the side of his foot, didn't really turn over, kind of just rolled. So Wolves with pretty good field position to start off their second drive on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. I'm excited for the second drive, Keaston.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As explosive that first one was, the 2 runs and then the deep pass, this offense is on point so far tonight. Here we go. This is going to be another handoff.
My gosh.
And it's going to take a lot to bring him down. That was number 25, Chris Daniels, on the carry.
That's our guy.
We've got about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 is going to come up for the Wolves.
Yeah, I definitely was able to enjoy the football with Preston Blueball. You, unfortunately, were not able to commentate him, but there's nothing that can replace Preston Blueball, but there's a guy that he will die trying right there. Number 25, Chris Daniels.
Yeah, Chris Daniels has just been such an impactful player, especially at that, running back number 2. We usually run a kind of 2 running back set, Jace Bolin being RB1 and Chris Daniels being RB2, but both seem to be RB1 for the offense.
Yeah, sure, because I've noticed that we've been playing, it's 3rd and 3 here. 27, I've been noticing when we run kind of more slot receiver, but we do have Daniel Fiffoot at tight end. He's going to fake the run He's going to try and find Nathan Mitchell, who is wide
This
open.
is
Oh, my
deep.
gosh. He was wide open. There was nobody on him. And he's at the 10-5. There's another touchdown by number 8, Nathan Mitchell. Oh, my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. There's 6 minutes and 27 seconds left. We're not even halfway through the first quarter. And that's 2 touchdowns. Brought to you by number 8, the junior, Nathan Mitchell.
Yeah, definitely looking to be MVP of the night for the Wolves. Both on really deep passes. That one from around 80, maybe 70 yards out.
No, yeah, it was between 70 and 80 yards for sure. There's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what it's on.
This could be false start. Encroachment on the defense.
Yep. No, but I would like to talk about that play right there. We had a couple plays there by Chris Daniels, just kind of figuring it out. And Blandy rolled out, had James close, had I think Kamen close as well, but then was looking for Nathan way out, and he found him.
We got another stoppage in play.
Not sure what it's on.
And so far, this Wolves offense has came out with 2 runs and then a pass on both drives. Each drive ended in 3 plays on that deep pass, both to Nathan Mitchell. That kick is up and it is through the uprights. Your score 14-0. Wolves are on top here to start this first quarter.
Yeah, James Dowdy is usually known as our wide receiver 1, WR1, but I feel like I'm not trying to discredit James Dowdy in any way, shape, or form, but I think that we're kind of seeing that we can take a little pressure off James, make people look at Nathan just a little bit more, take a little bit of pressure off James, and then James doesn't get doubled up, gets man coverage, hit James.
Yeah, I mean, James has been the receiver of the year for the Wolves, both on those little screen passes and on those deep bombs. But these teams are seeing it now. Those teams are saying, hey, you know, James Dowdy is their receiver. We have to make sure to cover him tightly or maybe even double cover him. And that leaves guys like Nathan Mitchell wide open way downfield.
Yeah, even then we got guys like Kamen Hutchinson, Braden Langston, Sam Carpenter that even could fill in that. And we also have, we cannot forget Dan Fliflet playing tight end this year. And oh my, that's a nice guy to have at tight end. With a bit of a bunch jet here, Miguel may call him to spread out. May not.
Yeah,
They
they're
do
going to spread out. You know, some people in Reespring are worrying about, you know, what about the seniors? What happens whenever they graduate? I honestly think we'll be just fine. I mean, we have Nathan Mitchell, who's only a junior. You know, Braden Langston, Sam Carpenter, both going to be juniors next year. So it's kind of that next man up mentality for the receiver corps.
Yeah, for sure. And we got a couple very experienced linemen, but we also have guys like Brandon Irvin, Bobby Carlisle, as you stated before, Calvin Waters, who definitely could fill in that role pretty darn well. But yeah, it's the same conversation as last year. You know, how are we going to fill it? Guys like Caden Weiss, guys like Adam Lewis, and we will retry that kick. But as I was saying, Caden Weiss, Adam Lewis, we had a line with Josh Lowe, Braden Manning, Moses Barr, Evan Crane, who's one of the, if not the best defensive linemen to come out of Reed Spring ever. You know, so you can talk about how we're going to place them. We're going to place them this year. You know, they're never going to be as good as they were. They're not going to be the same people. But we got a great group of guys right here.
Yeah, I know we talk about the players, but let's talk about the coaching staff here for a little bit. Head coach McFarland has really built up this team for the 4 years he's been here so far. And here's a reception here by number 17.
It's number 17, Hayden Swagan. Oh, sophomore wide receiver, defensive back, 6 foot and 160 pounds. Fielded it pretty nicely. They were trying to rip that ball out, maybe force a fumble, but wasn't able to. But as you're saying, coaches, yeah, for sure. Coach McFarland is in his
4th year.
Yeah, 4th year, and he came in and he didn't gut this program. That's not the right word, but he completely overhauled it. He brought it from almost, I would say, quarterback sweep, quarterback draw kind of, to a triple option handoff, quarterback run it, throw it deep, screen pass, whatever. And then you got guys like, and then it came in his second year, Travis Cagle, our defensive coordinator and assistant head coach. He has revolutionized our defense and made it a show-stopping defense in this area.
Yeah, and McFarland filled in the coaching position 4 years ago, filled in after Lance Gosh left the team, decided to stick around, but left the team. And McFarland came in and changed that run-heavy offense in Lance Gosh into a spread offense. And that has definitely helped them so far, obviously, getting a state championship berth. And here is number 21. That's Davion Harris with the big run there. That's going to be enough for a Marshfield first down.
Yeah, but as you were talking about quarterbacks, we also got to talk about assistant quarterbacks as well. We got assistant quarterbacks like John Kessinger, who is an amazing offensive lineman coach. He's always talking to his linemen, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. And you got guys like, and it's his first year, Matthew Koth, the defensive lineman coach, and we could go on and on. Guys like David Godsey, Philip Doherty, Blake Gronville. You have a plethora of coaches that have done so much for this program that's definitely where we've built this program.
Yeah, for sure. And now Marshfield has 2nd and 13 on the 44-yard line after a big David Harris try a little field pass. And here's back in the backfield again, and there is a flag on the play. Pump the brakes. It's going to be a start on the up to 18. They got a long way to get down. That looked to be a kind of end-around shuffle pass.
Bunch set on the quarterback right. Oh, and there's 4 or 5 Wolves there. Was leading the charge with the help by both Michaud twins and Lucas Wattenberger. Here on the 49-yard line, definitely going to be seeing a punt here.
Yeah, for sure. We got Tice Jones way back there to punt it away. Last punt wasn't really that great, honestly. It kind of got the height, but didn't get the length. So here we go. See if he can get a rebound here. The snap, and it's bobbled. He just has to get it off in another not so good punt, but it will roll pretty deep into Wolves territory.
Yeah, you could for sure see it on the sideline. Travis Cagle, the assistant head coach and defensive coordinator, was fired up about that pressure that they put on that center and the pressure that they put on that punter to get that punt away fast, and it was not a good punt whatsoever. I know we got 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. We'll still lead 14-0. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's a handoff by Chris Daniels, and he will not go down. Yeah, and that's a first down. And oh my, I'm getting a bit of deja vu here, ladies and gentlemen. I have to admit. We got a run by Chris Daniels, and then another run by Chris Daniels, and then we would possibly find Nathan Mitchell wide open and run it for a touchdown.
I do see Nathan Mitchell here to the right of Burrow, and he's going to fake the pass. This time it's another handoff here, and big gain. That was number 25, Chris Daniels, on the run.
Yeah, definitely didn't have the breakaway space that he wanted, but he was fighting guys the whole way. They were not letting him go, but he said, I will go. He said, this is my territory, and I will take as many yards as I will please. So now we got James Dowdy, and we have, I believe that's Nathan Mitchell as well. We got a heavy set in the backfield, and there's a flag in the backfield as well. Not sure who's that on. That was Chris Daniels on the run. Blandy's talking to the umpire. Not sure. It is on the Wolves, but I'm not sure what it is on. Illegal motion by the Wolves. I didn't see any illegal motion, but refs get paid for this. I just volunteer because I enjoy it, so I'm not going to argue with a ref. Blandy's looking for James Dowdy, unloads. He may find him. Oh, put it right in the breadbasket, but James Dowdy had so much. He was almost double teamed up there. He wasn't able to come up with that ball.
Yeah, that was towards us, and we got a front seat view of that one. The DB did a good job on coverage. Yeah, that ball was in the breadbasket. That was Marcus Gritz on the coverage. He just did a good job to knock the ball free from Dowdy's grasp, and that will bring up second and 15 on the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I do believe we're going to the skies again. He's going to fake the rollout. Throws it off to number 13, James Dowdy. Would like to notice, if you may not be able to see it, but on the back of Nathan Mitchell, there's a lot of mud and dirt on his jersey and pants. It's definitely been a factor. It did rain, not too much, but there was definitely some saturation in the ground coming to Marshfield. So that could become a thing, earlier on in this game with this end of the first quarter and into the second, with it being slippery, not being able to get as much push off with your feet.
Yeah, there was some rain earlier on today around 2 and 3 p.m., and that will be timeout called. So the Wolves out with an early 14-0 lead. Both touchdowns were from Blandy Burrow to Nathan Mitchell. But this Marshfield defense has held them pretty well here coming up on 3rd and 15.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely going to need to be seeing a signature Blandy Burrow to James Dowdy. But it may start to become the signature Blandy Burrow to I don't know who at this point, because you got guys like Nathan Mitchell, you got James Dowdy, you got guys like Zach Preston, Dan Fifflet at tight end, who that's like putting a VW bug against a Mack truck for almost anybody. That guy can bulldoze anybody. Yeah, we got Dan Fifflet in a tight end, almost wide receiver position. We got Zach Preston, we got James Dowdy, and I believe that is Nathan Mitchell to the other side to quarterback right. We do have Chris Daniels. Oh, and it's just off the hands of Daniels. Oh, my. That would have been just barely a first down, but that would have been a first down nonetheless, and it's going to be 4th and 15 on the 47-yard line. Wolves will have to punt.
Yeah, Daniels tried that wheel route out of the backfield, almost came up with it. Burrow kind of angled it towards the right, towards the left more than the right, and he just couldn't come up with it. So the Wolves will have to punt. That's Burrow back there to punt for the first time here tonight for the Wolves. And stoppage before the play. More flags That's the 4th or 5th set of flags today, and it's not even the second quarter.
And that's going to be on the Wolves. Blandy definitely did not look happy about that false start on the Wolves. No, but we are just over an hour away from Reed Spring High School here in Marshfield, and there's another flag. Oh my gosh. We're at 4th and 25. What is it going to be? 4th and 50 or something? We're going to be punt from the end of the end zone?
4 yards against Wolves, another false start.
That's going to be 4th and 20 here. 4th and 25. Oh my gosh. But as I was saying, hopefully we don't get another penalty here. A decent amount of the Wolves fans did make the just over hour trip here to Marshfield to watch the Wolves take on the Blue Jays, and that's going to be a shanked punt. That almost goes in the stands of how much it was shanked. Oh my gosh. But you can't blame Blandy. He was thrown, he took over punting when Caden Weiss had it, and that's a science in and of itself, trying to get the ball to go straight off of the top of the foot.
Yeah, we haven't had a true punter in a while. Obviously, Caden Weiss last year, I mean, he was an amazing defensive end and tight end, but not so much a punter. And here, Blandy, amazing quarterback, but not so much a punter. And, punters are important in this game, too. So here we go.
Heavy set, looks like almost the Nevada set, and quarterback's going to roll out. He's trying to find somebody. Oh, my gosh. Oh! And then there's a face mask. Yep, he didn't have the ball, but there was a late face mask, and that was evident as heck. I don't think you can get more evident than that face mask right there.
Yeah, the discipline of the Wolves have not been very good today. They have gotten around 5 flags so far, and now just add on 15.
It's not a 100% accurate count, but we're looking at 5 or 6 flags now. Yeah, that will be 15 yards and a Marshfield first down. With 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter, Marshfield's going to be on the 38-yard line, it looks like. They'll be on the Wolves' 38-yard line. Marshfield's trying to strike here in this very long, it feels like, first quarter. Another heavy set looking like Nevada again. No wide receivers, a few tight ends. A couple wide receivers looks like in a slot position.
Yeah, that was number 21, Davion Harris on the carry. He broke the first tackle, but he just kept on pumping the gears. Gain of 9, and it will be 2nd and 1 on the 29-yard line.
Yeah, no, I completely get it when he's a senior and when you look at Davion Harris's stats, he's 6 foot, but when you look at him, he's 190 pounds. That's in and of itself not easy to deal with. But when you see, there is a flag against the Blue Jays. Finally, the Wolves get something to help them out. It will be 2nd and 6 here on the 34-yard line. But a guy of that stature who is 6 foot tall and 190 pounds, and he has a ball and he's coming straight at you full speed, he's not letting up the brakes whatsoever. No wonder why the Wolves can't stop him.
Here we go, snap, and he looks to throw deep, fires it to number 7, and that's going to be intercepted by the Wolves. That was number... I don't know exactly who intercepted that ball.
That was number 24. That was number 24, Zach Preston, a guy who stepped into a role, especially after losing so many seniors last year. And oh my gosh, that feels like a four-year starting varsity veteran play right there. But very nice play there by Zach Preston, flipping the chains for the Wolves with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 Wolves.
Yeah, Preston kind of intercepted that. And here's a run by Blaney Burrow. Burrow has some space and gets tackled. But going back to that interception, that pass was overthrown by a little bit, and Preston was just sitting there like a punt returner. Just catch it, retain the ball, and get out of bounds. And that is a game flipper for the Wolves. Now they're back on offense, up by 14 with about 53 seconds left in this first quarter. That's Burrow in the backfield and stoppage in play. Looks like it could be another penalty. It will be encroachment on the defense, so the hard count there worked, and that'll be a Reed Spring first down.
Yeah, a big thing for that is because we're in 2-minute warning, we're in a 2-minute zone. That did stop the play, it did stop the clock for a little bit, but the clock will now run with the snap clock. So here we have a handoff and a breakaway there by, oh my gosh, I'm not sure who that is, but that was a beautiful breakaway. Oh, and there is no flag except there should have been. That was Chris Daniels, and he was getting beaten up. He was getting stepped over and pushed on. It will be enough for a first down. Very nice job by Chris Daniels. But that's going to be hard to keep his cool later on in this night for sure. James Dowdy out wide. Looks like Nathan Mitchell to the other side. Couple running backs in the backfield. He will hand it off to, that looks like Chris Daniels again. He's not going to make much.
Yeah, I did see a Marshfield player dive at his head, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Wolves 14, Marshfield 0. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Wolves TV, Wolves lead 14-0, and I got two things. Talking with Coach Doherty and talking with Coach Godsey, I asked him, what's the word of the week? What are we feeling, Coach Doherty? And he said, dangerous. He said, quote, dangerous. And then Godsey decided to add on this a beautiful word, dogs. And not dogs as in your little pooch at home. No, he's talking about dogs, D-A-W-G-S. We're going to be dangerous dogs, they said. There's a low snap, but there's Chris Daniels running it up the gut, finding a crease, and he's definitely being a dangerous dog right there. He's going to find the first down and plenty more. Very nice job there by the veteran senior running back, Chris Daniels.
Yeah, you got all these running back archetypes. You got, the elusive back, the receiving back. How about a power back for Chris Daniels there? That's his archetype. He will just find out where you are. If you're in front of him, good luck, because he will run you over. Here we go, Burrow in shotgun. Daniels back to his right. It's going to be another handoff to the outside, and he's going to break outside, and another flag is thrown. Breaks one tackle, but immediately gets down.
Oh, and it's holding on the offense. I thought there was a holding on Chris Daniels or something like that, or maybe a face mask or something like that. I'm not sure. But call goes against the Wolves. It will be 1st and 20, I do believe. But, Keaton, something that we definitely need to talk about here is This is very interesting news. I heard about this today. I try and stay up to date on local sports, even not just Reed Spring and in the area, but local sports. But Hollister, Reed Spring, and Springfield Catholic will be leaving the Big 8 Conference to join the Mid-Lakes Conference starting with the 2024-2025 school year. So that school year will start next year. So for any juniors right now, that will be their senior year that they will be playing in the Mid-Lakes Conference. And then we got number 22, I do believe, Wyatt McVeigh running it up the gut, but there is a flag. But that Mid-Lakes Conference does have Stratford, Fairgrove, Forsyth, Clever, Skyline. So that's gonna be a weird conference to be in, because Wolves used to playing huge teams like Seneca, Nevada, Mount Vernon even, and that's definitely gonna be a shakeup.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Big 8. I really do. There's a bunch of powerful teams in the Big 8, both West and East. But obviously, like you said, the Reed Spring Wolves, as well as Hollister and Springfield Catholic, are moving to the Mid-Lakes Conference next season with, like you said, the likes of Clever, Stratford, and others, Fairgrove, people like that. And, I wouldn't say it will be an easier schedule, but it will take the load off of this Reed Springs team.
No, yeah, for sure. But my big worry, especially in football, as Blaney unloads to a wide open receiver, and there's a touchdown. I'm not 100% sure who that was. That was Dan Fliflet. That wasn't James Dowdy. That was number 10, Dan Fliflet, the tight end, who does run the fastest 4x1. He did run the fastest 4x1 leg in this when we went to state. So they were definitely seeing his speed go to work. But yeah, as we join the Mid-Lakes Conference, something that I'm going to worry about is when we get into districts. If we win our conference and we get into districts, are we going to play tougher, bigger opponents? Because, for example, our district is almost all Big 8 people. I think it almost all is. We have our biggest rivals are definitely going to be Mount Vernon and Seneca, who are in our district. That's what I'm worried about. If we play small teams that aren't as good as football, and then we play really good teams in districts, that could be something. But Wolves tack on another touchdown, 21-0.
Yeah, and the Wolves are currently first place in the Big 8 East, looking to win that title once again for the second straight year. Obviously, last year we won against Mount Vernon in that overtime game. Just an electric game that won us the Big 8 East and propelled us into a number 1 seed going into the playoffs last year, which really fueled our state championship run a lot. And the Wolves are currently first place right now. If they keep it up so far this season, I wouldn't doubt we get the first seed playoff again.
Yeah, one of our biggest issues, and a good kick, a very good kick there by Miguel Campos. He's brought down very nicely at about the 25 or 30, maybe even the 35-yard line. Yeah. Another thing that you were talking about, especially that's my biggest concern, is we play Seneca next week. And where is it? At Seneca. That's a long drive. Thankfully, we don't have Seneca and Nevada at home or away. That would be a rough schedule. We have Seneca at Seneca. It's definitely a hostile environment to a pack of Wolves. They're a very good team. They're ranked number 2 in Class 3 in the state of Missouri. So Wolves, a very good team, but Seneca, a very, extremely good team, and very nice there. I believe that was one of the Michaud twins. Very nice there by the Wolves, showing their defense, strutting the stuff.
Yeah, going into this game, I kind of worried about the defense so far. Today, they have been amazing, letting up no points. Currently 21-0. The Wolves are up in front. And I had a big concern. The Marshfield offense is electric, especially with number 21 in that backfield. as he gets the handoff again. He's going outside, and he gets a big gain there. Good run.
Yeah, tried to break one tackle, broke it, but then was wrapped up in the ankles, did not fully break it, but he got a first down for sure. That's definitely going to be the workhorse of the Nevada offense for sure. That running backs, they're almost like Nevada, I feel like. You know, they can pass a little bit, don't pass too often. They got a good quarterback, but a good running back. Nevada had Jack Chaney, as we can see. Nevada has number 21, who's showing himself as very good. But there, as I say that, Marshfield passes it very nicely. Breaks 1-2. Broke 2 tackles. Took 3 Wolves to take him down.
Yeah, you know, good pass and catch there by the quarterback and the tight end. Tight end just would not go down, would not take no for an answer. He just kept on going for a Marshfield first down. So I'm intrigued to see what they do here. Obviously, that last pass worked out really well. And on that reception, that was number 86, Tyler Young. So here we go. In shotgun, they're going to just do a little backfield pass. And he's going to get free to the outside. It takes James Dowdy pushing him out of bounds. And that might be enough for a Marshfield first down.
Definitely looked like there was some holding. A lot of the coaches were yelling for a holding call. Nothing was yelled. Things were yelled, but nothing was thrown. So Marshfield will get the first down. Wolves definitely not happy about it, but unfortunately that's high school football, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this Marshfield offense is starting to move now with number 21, Davion Harris, pumping those pedals.
Yeah, it's almost like in a car, he's hitting the gas pedal, but I feel like the brake pedal does not exist for that guy. He is just hitting the gas pedal and gas pedal and gas pedal, and Wolves have not found an answer to him just yet.
So here we go. Marshfield looks to be under center. Or no, sorry, that's the shotgun. And he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to go read option and is tackled down by number 24, Zach Preston, the first to get to him, and that will be a loss of 1.
Looks like no loss. Definitely looked like it, but no loss for the Marshfield Blue Jays. So we're going to go 2nd and 10. Lined up shotgun as well. Going to not fake the handoff. They're going to go straight in a, oh my gosh. That was Sam Carpenter. That was number 6. That was a very nice play by that young man. That wide receiver had the ball, and then he was immediately right there. That's going to be 3rd and 5 on the 26-yard line. Wolves kind of finding an answer to these Marshfield Blue Jays.
Yeah, I see 2 sophomores on that defense right now. That's Sam Carpenter and Keegan Fish. Keegan more dominantly plays the defensive end position. He's rolling out. He's not going to get anywhere. That's going to be a sack. A gang of Wolves there to bring him down.
Yeah, I think that was a loss of about 10. Maybe a little bit less. I may be exaggerating it just a little bit. But as I'm looking at him walk back, I was not. That was a loss of 13 yards there, Mr. Chaplin. 13 yards. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful there by the Wolves. So it's going to be 4th and 18 on the 39-yard line. I would say punt it, but it looks like they're not. There's 7 minutes and 34 seconds left and counting in the second quarter. They have not scored yet. Looks like there will be a timeout, but kind of got to talk it over just a little bit. But Keyston, what are your thoughts? Should they punt? And looks like they're not going to, but what should they be doing, sir?
Punt. Definitely punt. I mean, they're on the 39-yard line. I mean, if they get even a low punt, they're going to pin the Wolves back towards the 10-yard line, and that'll be really good field position for the Marshfield defense to come out and possibly get the ball back to their offense. I think what they were trying to do was they were trying to get a hard count going and try and get the Wolves to jump off sides to get it up to 4th and 13, 4th and manageable, kind of manageable. I mean, even at 4th and 13, you have to punt it. But, you know, just try, get some space, try and get it to 4th and 13 instead of 18 and maybe possibly go for it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be wanting to go on 2, you know, try and get a good hard count. Yeah, they're not punting it. They're definitely going to go for it. I believe they were going to go for it before, but they're definitely going for it now. We do have Jace Bolin out, so it is number 6, Sam Carpenter in the backfield. He's going to try and pass. He doesn't have anybody open. He gets beat up, and oh my, it was almost an interception because he almost got sacked way in the backfield. But it'll be a turnover on downs. Wolves will start 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line, still leading 21-0, 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter.
And I know you're talking about how Jace Bolin is out for the game, and you had Sam Carpenter in the back as a safety. Sam Carpenter, big hit to force the incompletion there, and out comes the offense. Burrow in shotgun with Daniels to his left. Burrow's going to take the snap. Good snap here, hand off to Daniels right up the middle. Daniels breaks the tackle, but ultimately goes down after a gain of around 3 or 4.
Yeah, for sure. He faked the pass very nicely. Now with 7 minutes left, we're starting another good drive. And I think this should be our bread and butter for the rest of the game. Start the drive off with a couple Chris Daniels runs, you know, set up maybe a first down, maybe 2 first downs. Throw a couple wide receivers out wide like we're doing. Got James Dowdy out wide. We got Nathan Mitchell. We got Zach Preston. And we also got number 11, Aiden Redburn. And oh my gosh. Oh my. Me and Keystone are immediately flipping to in our rosters. That is 29, Cade Swanner. Holy crap, that was an amazing sack. Holy.
Yeah, Spencer Michaud seemed like he let his guy break through the line. Ultimately, big hit on Burrow. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. Definitely passing situation here for the Wolves. Here we go. Burrow in shotgun. Daniels to his left.
That is number... Oh! You gotta call it. That is... Oh my gosh, there is no way. And oh my, they have to call a timeout, but there were 2 guys jumped on that hard count. How do you not call that? No, they didn't. Yeah, there was no hard snap call. Blandy called the hard snap, but no flag was thrown, so it will be 3rd and 12 here. Wolves definitely going to be throwing it. I'm not sure to who. We got a plethora of options, but definitely going to be going into the air here.
Yeah, big yikes for that Wolves team. Obviously, I heard Coach McFarland and all of them saying, hey, throw the flag. They're offsides, but no flag was thrown. And they had to waste a timeout there with 5 minutes left. 5:46. Obviously looking to pass with Daniels next to him to his left. Burrow's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, rolling out left. He's going to dump it off down and dropped there by number 13, James Dowdy. We don't see that a lot. A drop by James Dowdy. Excuse me?
No, yeah, for sure. And this 4th down has to be because of that not called hard snap. 2 of those guys had their hands down. They weren't just squatting ready to go. They had their hands down. They jumped up. I understand defensive guys can move, but you can't jump. And that's what they did right there. But Blandy will be punting, has plenty of time, gets a good punt off. And he's going to have a good return, too. Brought down at about the 30 or 35-yard line here.
I saw some extracurricular pushing and shoving between number 76 and number 28. Number 76, Spencer Michaud, and number 28, Mason Jensen, were kind of a little bit extracurricular activity after the whistle was blown.
Yeah, could be. I don't want to speculate on that too much, but it's high school football. Attitudes definitely flare up. Egos get big. It's coming after each other, and he's going to drop back. He's going to try and find a guy, and it's intercepted. Down at about the 20-yard line, maybe the 25, but an amazing play there by the senior. Mental interception here with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was the second interception thrown by Tice Jones. His safety position. Oh, and we got amazing field position. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Burrow is in shotgun with Daniels to his left. He's going to hand it off to Daniels. Daniels gets that outside edge. Daniels gets in. Touchdown, Wolves. Making it 27-0 pending the point after try.
Oh my gosh, that was so. Let's just go through those two drives right there real quick. You had a pretty good drive. Hard snap was not called. Have to punt it away. All right. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna have James Dowdy do what James Dowdy does: read the quarterback perfectly, take that ball, put it in the breadbasket of himself, and take it down to the 19-yard line. Then you're gonna have Chris Daniels run for 19 yards into the end zone, and Miguel Campos tack on an extra point. That's gonna make it 28-0. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. Wolves are looking perfect, spectacular here in Marshfield.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Calvin Waters, JV squad offensive lineman, told me we have to play a full 4 quarters of football in order to win this one, and they have so far played a full 2. Now with the second half pending, let's see if they continue that momentum into halftime. I bet they do.
Yeah, Wolves are definitely going to want to hold that momentum hard for sure. But Marshfield coming into halftime, they're going to have to be thinking, all right, how are we going to stop that? Not even James Dowdy, Blandy Burrell duo, but just Blandy Burrell and co. You can't just say one guy. We got plenty of guys taking over that spot right there. And we got a bit of a bunch set. I would be fine with them going a weird onside kick, but they will not. They will set up kind of normal. They will be going with an onside kick. Has not gone the Wolves' way thus far. A pooch kick, but it goes pretty well. Actually goes really well. He's going to the opposite sideline. He's got some blockers. I believe that was number 8, Nathan Mitchell, along with number 22, Wyatt McVeigh, on the tackle. Very nice job there by both those Wolves. 5 minutes and 3 seconds left. 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that return definitely slowed down to let his blocks develop, but he didn't notice Mr. Nathan Mitchell and Wyatt McVeigh just slowly creeping up behind him to tackle him from behind to save a potential touchdown. And here we go. Wolves defense comes out here, and like you were saying, Blandy and co. James Dowdy has not scored a touchdown today. It's been Nathan Mitchell, Daniel Fiflet, and Chris Daniels that have so far scored all the points. So it, like you said, it's not just one guy; it's the whole team now.
Yeah, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'm fine that James Dowdy hasn't scored one yet, because not that I don't want James Dowdy to score. love James Doughty. I would want him to score as many points as he could. But we're starting to see you got to take your eyes off James. You got to put your eyes on guys like Daniel Fiflet, guys like Chris Daniels, guys like Nathan Mitchell, even guys like Zach Preston and Sam Carpenter when they get the chance. But here we got a quarterback keeper, and it's going nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1, maybe 2, give or take.
Guns with the carry.
It's going to be third and about 15 on the 36-yard line here. Wolves defense they're definitely feeling good here in this holding this Marshfield drive.
Yeah, earlier on in the season, the Wolves defense looked very shady, but I feel like the coaches have definitely coached up that defense to be as stout as they are now. And here we go. He's going to roll out left, looking to throw it. He fires it incomplete. That one was intended for number 3, Marcus Gritz.
Fastball is incomplete. Brings up 4th down for your Blue Jays.
It's going to be 4. You could see Daniel Fiflet wasn't able to come up with it, but was reading that pass for possibly an interception. Holy, beautiful game by this whole defense. And a good kick. It's going to sail down to about the 30, maybe even the 25. Just laying there, James kind of toying with him, like, I'll go for it. Because if James Doughty touched it, it would be a live ball. And if he didn't have full control over that, that could have been Marshfield ball any day of the week.
Yeah, good job to just kind of play with them a little bit. Don't actually grab the ball. Let them grab it. And it will be at the 24-yard line starting off for Wolves. So, moderate field position, ideal field position is about the 25 after a punt or a kickoff. And, 24, it's basically a 25, right? Blandy Burrow in shotgun. Fake handoff, just going to pitch it to Doughty. Doughty gets a good gain there, almost to a first down, very close to it.
Run, Star-Lord. Nah, beautiful play there by the Wolves. Blandy fakes the handoff to Chris Daniels. I was even faked on that, and then just pitches it to Mr. James Doughty. So, second one here on the 33-yard line. Wolves are setting up a beautiful drive here. I feel like I'm calling every drive beautiful here for the Wolves. Blandy is going to try and unload for James Doughty. Oh, just overthrew him by maybe 3 yards, maybe. Just maybe. But all of these drives are setting up well. We're having amazing plays. We're getting them set right. And with 3rd and 1 here, I think we're just going to maybe take Wyatt McVeigh or Chris Daniels, run them up the gut or around, and we'll have a first down here.
Yeah, like I said, Chris Daniels is a power back, and I see Wyatt McVeigh also in that backfield. Tries to get him on the hard count. McFarland sending in a play. He's going to hand it off to Daniels, and Daniels definitely gets that first down. For sure.
Yeah, that's somewhere where the stoppage of forward momentum is definitely going to go in the Wolves' way. He was stopped, didn't go any further, and he was getting pushed back. But because he had gotten the first down and he was not like brought down or anything, wherever he was stopped at, that's what they will take. Very nice job there by the Wolves. 2 minutes and 57 seconds and counting. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Blaney in shotgun with Chris Daniel. That's James Doughty in the backfield. He's got a lot of people coming after him. He has to roll out wide. I'm not sure if that was a sack or he was just brought down.
Number 7 with the carry.
Pocket collapsed quickly. He just had to move.
Yeah, that will end up going as a sack. He ran out of bounds behind the line to gain, and it will be a loss of 1 on the play. Burrow back to the huddle to give the play to his men. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Wolves. Just try and get a first down.
It almost feels like Blandy's kind of a, oh, and Blandy's going to keep it. He switches back. He's got a couple blockers. He may find the outside. Finds the outside nicely. Oh, and there's a late flag. I'm not sure if that's a late. Oh, that's a blindside block. Oh, man. That's a blindside block on Dowdy, I do believe. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves, yep. And that'll undo what just happened. So it'll be second or third and long. The refs are still talking, determining what's going on here. Clock's not moving. It's going to be at 2:35. Blandy's talking with his head coach and offensive coordinator. Trying to figure it out here. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I saw Blandy as he was rolling out left. I saw him kind of go out of bounds, and Dowdy trying to protect his quarterback from any hits at all. And they will move him back. So it will be, yep, blindside block, illegal block on number 13, James Dowdy, as Burrow was going out of bounds.
And it's going to be 2nd and 20. Finds Daniel Fiflet for a bit of a screen pass, but just sailed right by his head. Wasn't able to do anything with it. So it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Wolves. They're going to be looking for a long, deep pass here.
Yeah, just try to get a screen pass out there to Dan Fiflet, but Fiflet could not come up with it. There was a defensive end rushing the passer. I don't know if he got a tip on it or what, but something happened to disrupt the pass. And it will be 3rd and 20 coming up. Burrow's going to have to launch this one deep. Well, no, he's just going to run it right up the middle. Chris Daniels gets to a 4th and manageable. Wolves could be able to go for it here with just over 2 minutes. 4th and 7 coming up. And we are in the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. The Wolves are going for it. Try and get that hard count.
There was a couple of backers and a couple of corners that were coming in there. They looked like they were going to blitz. Coach McFarland calls timeout. That is his last timeout of the half, but 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the second quarter. I think we'll be all right without a timeout. But they looked like they were going to blitz hard. There's 12 seconds left on the play clock. I think Coach McFarland saw that and just said, all right, boys, we're going to call a timeout, rally the troops. But it almost kind of feels like Blandy is a colonel and he's commanding his troops. You know, you got General McFarland, you got the General McFarland and co. with his coaching staff, and you got Colonel Blandy Burrell commanding all his wide receivers and all his tight ends, linemen, and it's working plenty fine right now.
Yeah, it looks like the Wolves will be going back out here, and they look to be in punt formation. Just got to punt it away with 1:46 left on the clock until halftime. Here you go. Burrow's going to punt it away. He bobbles the snap. Just got to get it up and away. Good bounce there. Marshfield receives it. He's getting that edge. He's going to break a tackle and ultimately is dragged out of bounds. I do want to mention, ladies and gentlemen, in the halftime show, I have an interview with Mr. Doherty, a receiver coach for the Wolves, and whenever we come back onto the field, we will have Weldy here as well for a little short interview, kind of like how we did last week with Kess and Weldy. So stick around for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a good double feature to watch. I'll definitely be sitting front row with my popcorn, so to speak. I'll be watching for sure. Oh my gosh, found it over Daniel Fifley. He's running down the sideline. It's a 20-15-10-5, and that's a touchdown by the Marshfield Blue Jays with 1 minute and 25 seconds left here. Oh my gosh, this stadium is loud as can be. They are ecstatic about that play. I just gotta say, that was a good play there by Marshfield for sure. 28-6, pending the point after attempt.
Yeah, I mean, the coverage was really good there, but the cornerback just not able to get a hand up and obviously went over his head, completed it, and it's a bobble snap here. Number 3 again looking to pass it, and that's James Dowdy back there.
Yeah, he broke the tackle off James Dowdy, and that was number 25, Chris Daniels, who was able to find the tackle. Finally, broke a tackle by James. Chris Daniels mopped him up, so it is 28-6, 1:25 left in the second quarter. This has been a long first half, 24 minutes of play, but feels like an hour of play time. Feels like we're playing a Super Bowl at this point with how long this game's been. But it is all Wolves' way. All Wolves' way for sure.
Yeah, I did see some chirping between two Wolves teammates as they're coming off the field. Obviously, having, good poise at this point in the game. 2-minute warning inside 2 minutes, 1:25 left on the clock. I mean, having team morale is critical at this point in the game.
Yeah, for sure. And Marshfield has a little bit of it. Not a lot, but just a little. Wolves, they're getting it taken away from just a little bit after being scoreless, going 4 unanswered touchdowns for almost all of this half, and then 1:25 left. They finally score. But Wolves still hold control of morale, and they still hold control of momentum, but they got to stop the Marshfield Blue Jays quickly right here. We do have number 14, Braden Langston, a sophomore, and number 13, James Dowdy, a senior, back to receive this kickoff. Braden Langston fields it nicely, bobbles it, but able to, and he's brought down at about the 30, that's the 28. He won't let go of him. That's not good to see. That was number 44, Bradley Shipman, who would not let go of Braden Langston. And that's definitely just not good to see, too much fighting, because that could definitely escalate into something where people could be ejected, personal fouls could be called. But here we do have Chris Daniels runs it straight up the gut, but he got stopped immediately.
Yeah, big first initial hit, kept on moving, and he's slow to get up. Needed help from a Marshfield player, but Marshfield is starting to hit a little bit harder now, and they're starting to get into the Wolves' heads. Obviously, number 44 just kind of holding on to that ball as Braden Langston is trying to get up. Obviously, getting to the heads of your opponents is, it's kind of good if you want to throw them off the rhythm, but you can't do too much of it because then that results in some flags and some penalties not going your way. We got some motion by Wyatt McVeigh and Fiflet, motioning to the right. And it's a handoff to Daniels. Daniels just goes right up the middle. That could be a first down. And it will be. That will move the chains for a Reed Spring first down.
25 seconds and counting left here in the second quarter. Ball on the 46-yard line. Wolves got to go fast pace. And there's a flag on the play. That's going to be false start against the offense. Keyston, you called it perfectly. So it's going to be 1st and 15 on the 41-yard line with 9 seconds left. I think they're just going to wind down this clock. So 3, 2, 1. That is the end of the first half here in Marshfield. Wolves lead 28, Marshfield 6. We will be back after this commercial break for an interview with Mr. Keith Chaplin and Principal Weldy.
Located in downtown Reed Spring, Midtown Cafe is a slice of a simpler life from years past. A generous breakfast and lunch menu fresh off the grill with that old school cafe experience. Treat yourself to a break from life and meet some new friends along the way at Midtown Cafe.
For over 10 years, Lakeside Computer and Signs has provided the Lake community with PC repairs, upgrades, security, and virus protection. Our goal is to make your computer experience as trouble-free as possible. From helping you upgrade your hard drives to software troubleshooting, we have specialists to solve your technology needs. Come see us on Highway 13, just north of Harder House in Kimberling City.
In today's busy world, it's nice to experience the comforts of old-school customer service wrapped in the convenience of the modern world. Tanco's Lumber and Home Center is your one-stop destination for all your home building and renovating needs. From top-of-the-line Milwaukee power tools to all your lumber and supplies, Tanco has it all. A generous assortment of light fixtures, painting supplies, Marvin windows and doors, even automotive and sporting goods. Tanco has what you were looking for. Come visit us in Branson West on Highway 13, just across from Hardee's, and see why we should be your first stop in home supplies.
Welcome to Bone Stones and Landscape Supply here at the corner of Main Street and Highway 76 West. We have a wide variety of supplies, including some topsoil, a 3/4 inch granite, a red and black granite, as well as a 2.5 inch river rock. We can deliver, you can come pick it up in your truck or trailer. You can even bring a 5-gallon bucket if you have smaller projects that you're trying to do as well. We are always willing to work with our customers to try and meet their needs.
Welcome back down to the field on RS Wolves TV. My name's Keyston Chaplin. Here with me is our very amazing Principal Weldy of the high school. I'm just going to ask him a couple questions just like we did last week. Maybe we can make this a weekly thing. So, Weldy, my first question for you is, how do you like the high school so far? How do you, what's your favorite thing about the high school?
I don't know if I said this last week, but I've been at the junior high level for the last 10 years of my teaching career, and man, I miss the junior high kids a little bit, but it's been conversations with kids. What I really like is just talking to seniors and saying, hey, this is your year. This is your last year of currently built that you want. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Like our freshman class is currently building the culture that they want for their senior year. And so that's been easily my favorite part is the kids part. Just building a relationship with the kids has been my favorite part so far.
Yeah, and building relationships with kids is key to having a successful high school, I feel like, definitely. My next question for you, Principal Weldy, is what has changed from the day you first got to the high school to today, 4 weeks in?
I think we're actually I feel like we're 8 months in already. But for me, I know what's changed is I feel more comfortable now. I remember that first day, the first thing we did was we had an entire school assembly, and I was like, oh man, I don't know anybody in here. And in just this short amount of time, like I said, I've touched base with every student in the building some way, and it's been so much easier of an attainable goal for me. My last school had 1,100 kids in it. We only have almost 600. So I was actually talking to my wife the other night. I feel like I did now when I was in a classroom as a teacher. And with that being said, I feel like I've had the opportunity to build a relationship with every kid. Whereas the last 2 years at Nix, it was just so big, I didn't have that opportunity. So I think that's changed. And man, it's just such an awesome culture I think that we have. I've been amazed with our kids because we got so many different kids in our building. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's unique in their own way. And I've been blown away and amazed with everybody accepting everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I hope you feel that as well as a student. But that's been something that's been special that I found out about
Yeah, Reed Spring is just a magical place, especially with you back in the building. And my last question for you, the weekly football question, is how you feel the Wolves have done offensively and defensively so far in this game?
Hey, tonight, this is the first week I feel like we've been clicking on all cylinders from opening kickoff. We scored 2 quick touchdowns to Mitchell early. He had 2 really big plays wide open. Oh my gosh, he was wide open on both of them. So we were clicking on all cylinders early. I felt like we've kind of been slow to get started here the past couple weeks, in the first quarter especially. But we came out firing, horses are running in the first quarter. Defense and offensive up front is controlling the game. Daniels is running. I bet he's got 120 yards by now. He hadn't gotten the end zone yet. Yes, he did. He did get in the end zone after that interception by Dowdy. So, Daniels is running hard. Here's what I want to see Daniels do. He's a strong dude. I want to see him lower the helmet, run behind the football, and try to run over somebody. I think once he figures out he can do that, look out. I don't want to tackle that dude, I'll tell you that much. So, hey, tonight's been exciting. Great atmosphere. Marshfield brings a good crowd. Good atmosphere. Beautiful weather. It's been a great night.
Amazing night. Thank you so much, Principal Weldy, for joining us on this special halftime show. Like I said, maybe we can make this a weekly thing. Back to your scheduled commercials. We will see you back on the field after halftime ends.
Go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
Purchase your tracks today.
Located in downtown Reed Spring, Midtown Cafe is a slice of a simpler life from years past. A generous breakfast and lunch menu fresh off the grill with that old school cafe experience. Treat yourself to a break from life and meet some new friends along the way at Midtown Cafe.
For over 10 years, Lakeside Computer and Signs has provided the Lake community with PC repairs, upgrades, security, and virus protection. Our goal is to make your computer experience as trouble-free as possible. From helping you upgrade your hard drives to software troubleshooting, we have specialists to solve your technology needs. Come see us on Highway 13, just north of Harder House in Kimberling City.
In today's busy world, it's nice to experience the comforts of old-school customer service wrapped in the convenience of the modern world. Tanco's Lumber and Home Center is your one-stop destination for all your home building and renovating needs. From top-of-the-line Milwaukee power tools to all your lumber and supplies, Tanco has it all. A generous assortment of light fixtures, painting supplies, Marvin windows and doors, even automotive and sporting goods. Tanco has what you are looking for. Come visit us in Branson West on Highway 13, just across from Hardee's, and see why we should be your first stop in home supplies.
Welcome to Bone Stones and Landscape Supply here at the corner of Main Street and Highway 76 West. We have a wide variety of supplies, including some topsoil, a 3/4 inch granite, a red and black granite, as well as a 2.5 inch river rock. We can deliver, you can come pick it up in your truck or trailer. You can even bring a 5-gallon bucket if you have smaller projects that you're trying to do as well. We are always willing to work with our customers to try and meet their needs.
Purchase your tracks today.
Located in downtown Reed Spring, Midtown Cafe is a slice of a simpler life from years past. A generous breakfast and lunch menu fresh off the grill with that old school cafe experience. Treat yourself to a break from life and meet some new friends along the way at Midtown Cafe.
For over 10 years, Lakeside Computer and Signs has provided the Lake community with PC repairs, upgrades, security, and virus protection. Our goal is to make your computer experience as trouble-free as possible. From helping you upgrade your hard drives to software troubleshooting, we have specialists to solve your technology needs. Come see us on Highway 13, just north of Harder House in Kimberling City.
In today's busy world, it's nice to experience the comforts of old-school customer service wrapped in the convenience of the modern world. Tanco's Lumber and Home Center is your one-stop destination for all your home building and renovating needs. From top-of-the-line Milwaukee power tools to all your lumber and supplies, Tanco has it all. A generous assortment of light fixtures, painting supplies, Marvin windows and doors, even automotive and sporting goods. Tanco has what you are looking for. Come visit us in Branson West on Highway 13, just across from Hardee's, and see why we should be your first stop in home supplies.
Welcome to Bone Stones and Landscape Supply here at the corner of Main Street and Highway 76 West. We have a wide variety of supplies, including some topsoil, a 3/4 inch granite, a red and black granite, as well as a 2.5 inch river rock. We can deliver, you can come pick it up in your truck or trailer. You can even bring a 5-gallon bucket if you have smaller projects that you're trying to do as well. We are always willing to work with our customers to try and meet their needs.
Purchase your tracks today.
Located in downtown Reed Spring, Midtown Cafe is a slice of a simpler life from years past. A generous breakfast and lunch menu fresh off the grill with that old school cafe experience. Treat Treat yourself to a break from life and meet some new friends along the way at Midtown Cafe.
For over 10 years, Lakeside Computer and Signs has provided the Lake community with PC repairs, upgrades, security, and virus protection. Our goal is to make your computer experience as trouble-free as possible. From helping you upgrade your hard drives to software troubleshooting, we have specialists to solve your technology needs. Come see us on Highway 13, just north of Harder House in Kimberling City.
In today's busy world, it's nice to experience the comforts of old-school customer service wrapped in the convenience of the modern world. Tanco's Lumber and Home Center is your one-stop destination for all your home building and renovating needs. From top-of-the-line Milwaukee power tools to all your lumber and supplies, Tanco has it all. A generous assortment of light fixtures, painting supplies, Marvin windows and doors, even automotive and sporting goods. Tanco has what you are looking for. Come visit us in Branson West on Highway 13, just across from Hardee's, and see why we should be your first stop in home supplies.
Welcome to Bone Stones and Landscape Supply here at the corner of Main Street and Highway 76 West. We have a wide variety of supplies, including some topsoil, a 3/4 inch granite, a red and black granite, as well as a 2.5 inch river rock. We can deliver, you can come pick it up in your truck or trailer. You can even bring a 5-gallon bucket if you have smaller projects that you're trying to do as well. We are always willing to work with our customers to try and meet their needs.
Purchase your tracks today.
Welcome back to RS Wolves TV here in Marshfield, Missouri. After that halftime show, 15 seconds left here in halftime. We're about to kick off. Wolves lead 28-6. It's been just an illustrious game for the Wolves, with touchdowns by Chris Daniels, Nathan Mitchell, and Dan Fiflet. two of those touchdowns were by Nathan Mitchell in the first quarter. So Nathan Mitchell definitely seeing a lot of time. So Keeson, what are your thoughts on this third quarter? What are your thoughts on what the Wolves need to do better, need to keep up? What are we thinking?
Just kind of capitalizing on more drives. I mean, yeah, they're up 28-6, but it'd be even better if they're up, 35-6 or 42-6. It'd be much better. And this short kick fielded by Marshfield, he will not go down. And he will be down to around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, first 10 at midfield. Wolves defense still no second string, and I can't blame them. The game has not been won just yet. If we get maybe 2, maybe 3 more scores, we could definitely start putting in a couple second string players, especially on defense. Chris Daniels looks like he's trying to blitz, not able to get there. Quarterback keeps sitting, he's going nowhere. That is number 55, Lucas Wattenberger. Big Lucas Wattenberger. Yeah, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at midfield. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here for the Marshfield Blue Jays.
Yeah, the defense has definitely looked pretty good so far. 28-6 score. They have only let up 1 touchdown on a deep ball to number 3. So here we go. Quarterback in shotgun. And that's just going to be a handoff. And he's going straight up the middle. And tackled down, number 14. That was number 14, Carter James, a sophomore, 5'10", 165 there, looking like 6 foot, 200, gained the first down, breaking tackles in progress.
Yeah, I was talking with a couple of the middle school coaches and just looking online, and I did learn Seneca, who we will play next week, as a quarterback keeper, that, it's going to be not a sack. He's going the other way. Almost a sack. Broke a good tackle. There's Dan Fiflet trying to track him down. Does not find him. And he's got plenty of room. He's at the 10-5, and that's a touchdown. After a come back to the other side, that's the 2nd touchdown of the night on the first opening drive by the Marshfield Blue Jays. But as I was saying, Keyston, Seneca leads Monette 40-0 at half. 40-0 at half. That's not good to see when we play Seneca at Seneca next Friday. But with 10 minutes and 33 seconds left, Marshfield strikes first in the second half. Going for the point after attempt. And it dinks off the bottom, and it's no good. It's no good.
Hits the crossbar, and like you said, no good. So a score will stay 28-12. I think it's about time to start pressing that gas again. I mean, that first quarter, they pressed the gas hard. They're kind of slowing down, but now they need to start pressing that gas even more. Now it's Marshfield within 3 scores.
Yeah, for sure. You can even almost make it 2 scores if you get 2-point conversions on both of those. But if the Wolves push the gas pedal just a little bit harder on this drive right here, we score again, and then we get a good stop on Marshfield, we will definitely be in possession of this game so far. We can see head coach and offensive coordinator, Coach Andy McFarland, kind of walking down the field with both his quarterbacks, Blandy Burrow and Tyson Porter, right next to him, kind of talking to his troops, kind of formulating a plan for this drive here. I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I say, you just got to start stepping on that gas a little bit more. Good leg into this one. Langston bobbles the ball, picks it back up, and we'll just have to get down on it. Try to pick it up and get a return, but that will be to around the 23-yard line. didn't get much after he bobbled the ball. And out comes the Reed Spring offense to try and do some damage.
Yeah, that could have been ugly. He bobbled the ball, dropped it to the ground, had to pick it up. I thought he was just going to drop on it, but made a couple yards there. So kind of just the nerves kind of got to him a little bit, but got a couple wide receivers out wide. We got 2 running backs in the backfield. That is Wyatt McVeigh and Chris Daniels. This is going to hand off Chris Daniels, and he's going to have a couple of yards, a plentiful amount of yards there. He's going to be stopped at about the 32-yard line. Not a first down, but a very good start to this drive here. I believe it's going to be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Daniels just kind of lowered the shoulder, almost got hit in the head. It looks like someone was trying to spear him, but luckily he got his head out of the way. Nice spin move to get a couple more yards. 2nd and 3 coming up on the 31-yard line. Burrow in shotgun, Daniels to his right. And he's going to hand off to Daniels to the outside. Daniels breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to try and go back to the inside. Doesn't get a gain of much, maybe 1 or 2.
There was a late flag on that. It was a late flag on that play. I'm not sure who it's on. Could be unsportsmanlike on one of the could be on the Wolves or the Marshfield Blue Jays. Oh, it's on the Marshfield Blue Jays. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. Probably a hit after the whistle or just getting too chippy. And Marshfield and the Wolves haven't really had much of a rivalry. Wolves and Hollister, obviously a rivalry there. And then Mount Vernon, definitely a rivalry. That's never a clean game whatsoever. But Marshall getting very chippy. But here's going to 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Fakes the pitch. Going to hand it off to Chris Daniels. He's trying to find the outside edge. Finds it pretty well to about midfield.
Yeah, good run by Chris Daniels there. And like you said, these 2 teams have gotten a little chippy, both at each other and at their own teams. Obviously, we saw some Wolves players chirping at each other a little bit ago. And Marshfield has been chirping at Wolves all night. And like you said, this isn't a big rivalry. I mean, yeah, we face them almost every year, but it's not like a Hollister rivalry or it's not like a Mount Vernon rivalry. And now you got Blaney Burrow in shotgun, Daniels to his left. He's going to look to pass, backing up, launches a deep ball intended for Nathan Mitchell, and he drops it. That could have been a touchdown if he held on, but couldn't bring it up, and that will be 3rd and 1 on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was just in the hands, but wasn't able to get it in. Happens to the best of them. But 3rd and 1, I think we may be running it just a little bit, or going to the air once more, and then on 4th down if it doesn't work, just QB sneak it or something of that nature. But we do have Chris Daniels and Wyatt McVeigh. Going to hand it off to Wyatt McVeigh. Chris Daniels will go to, oh my, and a big hit there on Wyatt McVeigh. We did not get the first down. I do not know. We did not get the first down. Chains will not be. Oh, we did. I'm so sorry. I couldn't see the referee. He was motioning to stop the clock. He wasn't motioning to move the chains. So just barely a first down. But it's going to be 1st and 10 at midfield for the Wolves.
Yeah, good work there by Wyatt McVeigh to get just enough for a first down. That was a gain of 1 or a gain of inches there, but enough to get that first and move the chains, keep this drive alive. We got 2 motioning outright, and we got more flags. This could be a legal motion on the Wolves. False start on the Wolves, so that will back them up 5, and that will be 1st and 15.
I don't understand how that was false start. I wasn't looking at the lineman. I was looking at Daniel Fliflet and Wyatt McVeigh moving to opposite sides of the ball. But it's going to be 1st and 15 on the 45-yard line. Still first down. Still, we don't lose any downs, but looks like we'll go about the same play, and we're going to hand it off to Chris Daniels. He's going to go to the right. Not going to get much there. There's Zach Preston coming in for Wyatt McVeigh. It's gonna be 2nd 10. We made up that 5 yards there. Second 10 on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Chris Daniels kind of ran into a Marshfield player as they were looking behind them and fell down right after. So here we go, Blandy in shotgun, low snap, a little 360 handoff to Chris Daniels. Daniels gets to the outside. Daniels tries to do a little star step, breaks upfield, and that will be a good gain. Could get the first, if not pretty close, and we got a man down over there on the Marshfield sideline. That's not good to see. He looks like he's injured real bad.
Yeah, there's no flag on the play, so it looked like a good clean hit. Haven't moved the change just yet. He is with his head coach and athletic trainer, so we know he's in good care, whatever he needs. But Wolves just kind of come over here, getting on a knee, and I see Coach Kessinger, Coach Philip Doherty, and Coach Andy McFarland talking to their Wolves. They're kind of figuring out here what's going on. Just kind of they're figuring out this drive here. What do they want to do? How do they want to execute it? The player is getting up. That's amazing to see. Stadium was silent, but now we have claps. Good to see the player. That is not good to see him. Not good to see a player coming out, but good to see he's getting up. Getting up on his own free will. Now 7 minutes and 50 seconds on the third quarter. 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. That was good enough for a first down. That run courtesy of Chris Daniels. Low snap, handoff. Chris Daniels fakes the rollout pass. Chris Daniels weaving and bobbing, breaking a couple tackles, takes two Marshfield Blue Jays to finally take him down, and that's plenty for a Reed Spring first down.
Oh yeah, and that could be first and goal. He got pretty close. That will be 1st and 10 on the 17, 7 yards away from 1st and goal. But nonetheless, really good run. And here we go. Blandy is going to have Chris Daniels line up to the right of him. He's going to motion Dowdy out. A little bit of a pitch to Dowdy. Dowdy is going to break some tackles and ultimately gets tackled after a short gain.
Ooh, that wasn't a short gain. That was a gain of 5. Very nice there by James Dowdy. Hustling and bustling through a swarm of Blue Jays. 3rd and 4. I apologize. We're shorting James Dowdy left and right on his yards. Hand off to Chris Daniels, going straight up the middle, and he's going to coast in. He's going to coast in for another touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns on the evening. I would like to rack that up. We got 2 for Nathan in the first quarter, 2 for Chris Daniels. That's Nathan Mitchell, I would like to say. And there is 1 for Daniel Fiflet, the tight end, number 10. So 2 seniors and a junior, 5 touchdowns. I'm feeling pretty good about that. 34-12, pending the point after attempt.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they just need to get their foot on the gas, and that extra point is good. So like I was saying, they needed to put their foot back on the gas. They kind of let off closer to halftime, but as soon as Marshfield scored, they said, hey, we got to get downfield. We have to score, and they did just that. Score now is 35-12. Reed Spring is up by 23. That's 4 scores.
Can you do math? Because I know I can't. Oh my, I just know that we're up by a plethora of points here. Wolves here to kick off, and onside kick hasn't gone the Wolves' way, I don't think, at all this year. Went the Wolves' way a lot last year. Hasn't gone their way just yet this year. So Not sure if we're going to go onside kick or we're going to get a good leg into it and hopefully kick it down to about the 15-yard line or the 10-yard line. But with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter, we will see here as Miguel Campos, number 20, the senior, comes out to kick. They're not starting out in that bunch formation. They're starting out in a more proper, I would say, and I put that in air quotes, proper way that you'd set up a kick. But he is set up in the onside kick position that he has. He's ahead of all of the boys, getting them set. Here's the whistle. And a bit of an onside kick, yeah. And he picks it up and he goes for it, but he's brought down quick. He only gained maybe 2 or 3 yards, if that.
Yeah, good job to stop there by the Wolves. Good stop there by the Wolves, as I was saying. Able to find out where the ball is and rally to it. And now Marshall has started out on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 coming up for this offense.
James Dowdy is at safety, but he's pushing up more into a corner-type position. But he is, quarterback sneak. But there's Zach Preston there to lay him out immediately. Lucas Wattenberger did lose his helmet on that play. He will have to come out for one play. He's kind of just raising it up, going, what the heck, kind of making jokes about it. But he will have to, and as much as it stinks, I do like that rule to think for player safety. Because, for example, my helmet comes off, a strap comes off as well. It's not fitted correctly. It's definitely good to have that rule. And then we got another quarterback sneak, and there's not enough people. There's a flag in the back of the field as well. There's a flag. So, gotta pump the brakes, so to speak. Looks like it possibly could be on the Marshfield Blue Jays. Yeah, that's the call against the Blue Jays. It was 2nd and 3 on the 49-yard line, but they're going to be moving it back. I'm going to guess it's going to be holding, possibly. It's going to be 2nd and 12 on the 40. That's definitely holding there, Keyston.
Yeah, and there have been a few calls that have not gone Reed Spring way. This time, it did. Holding on the offense. That will back them up 5. 2nd and 12 coming up at the 40.
Looks like we're going to go a bit of a blitz. It doesn't go our way. We got a running back going straight up the middle, and he's got plenty of field at the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marshfield. Marshfield strikes again. Oh, my gosh. That was Davion Harris, number 21. That's the guy we were talking about. Finally got a breakaway run, and I got to tip my hat to him. That was an amazing run. Keyston's giving me the thumbs down right here. He's not happy about it. But now it's 18-35 pending this point after attempt.
I mean, we blitzed everywhere on that play except for the middle, and that's where he just punched it right up the gut. Huge gap right up the middle. Now pending the point after attempt. Or no, it looks like they're going for 2 here. We got Davion Harris to the left. And he's going to throw it, and it is no good. Sam Carpenter with a good pass break up there. Good hit, jarred the ball loose, and the score will stay 35-18. Wolves still in the lead.
Yeah, very nice play there by the Wolves. Very, very good heads-up play. Wolves will stay up by 17. That would have been huge if they got that 2-point conversion. Then they would have been down by 15, and that's definitely manageable with 2 scores with an 8-point conversion, or a 2-point conversion, I should say, and a point after attempt. But 5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Marshfield's fighting back a little bit, kind of getting a little bit of a feeling like we were back in Monette. Monette was a little bit later on into the game, but Wolves gonna need a big answer to that right here. I know it's a big ask, but they're gonna need a big answer.
Yeah, I mean, if Monette can come back down, 7-35 with 5 minutes left, Marshfield can come back 18-35 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So we got to watch out for that Marshfield comeback, as Marshfield is set to kick it off back to the Wolves. Let's see if he tries to do a little onside or if he'll just kick it off. Yeah, they're bunching up, and he's just going to kick it off. A little squib kick. And I think they got it. Marshfield got it. Defense has to go back out there. The Marshfield offense comes back out. That was a little squib kick, but I didn't see any Wolves rallying to that ball.
No, yeah, I saw number 23, Daniel Settles, kind of run into it. But if you see that, you got to be dead on sprinting to that. That was at the 29-yard line. And I saw a couple of the Wolves players on the defense kind of just lay their head down, toss their helmet back on, and kind of say, just let's go to work, because Marshfield's getting in their heads a little bit. So, I mean, Marshfield's definitely trying to answer to all those Wolves touchdowns. They're doing it in a big, big way.
And here we go. Here's a good run here by Davion Harris, and a late flag comes in after a play. There is some extracurricular activity. 76 and 52. 76 for Wolves and 52 for Marshfield, with a little bit of extracurricular.
Yeah, there was a... Yeah, they look like they may be moving back for sure. They gotta talk to both the teams. It'll get chippy quick if they don't. Holding on the offense, it'll still be first down, but it will be 10 yards back.
Yeah, whenever the coin toss starts, usually the rest will say, hey, listen, guys, we want a clean game. We don't want any fighting going on. I mean, Marshfield and Reed Spring just have completely ignored that and started just kind of chirping at each other, being a little chippy, as you would say. And it will still be first and 16 at the 35-yard line. He'll take a snap, looking to go right, and he gets a big gain there, and he breaks the tackle. He's off to the races, and he gets out of bounds. Or no, that's a touchdown. He got in. Touchdown, Marshfield. It is now 24-35.
And I can see they're calling for two. They're calling for a two-point conversion. That would be huge. A two-point conversion would be huge here. It would cut that lead. You're cutting that lead down insanely. Wolves up by 11. If they score here, they'll be up by 9. Marshfield setting up for an end of the third quarter and a fourth quarter assault against these Wolves. They're going to blitz hard on them. It's not going to work, and they're going to find a two-point conversion.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a miscommunication, and we see some Reeds players a little frustrated as they're going back to the sideline. We heard McFarland saying, rush the hole, and we saw a couple hands flown in the air. Wolves are not happy right now that they're letting this comeback maybe be a reality.
And here's Marshfield back to kick, and we're gonna have two men second deep, and we're gonna have James Dowdy in the furthest back. So that's definitely not gonna happen. Hopefully this time, I'm praying to I'm praying to Jesus that doesn't happen. I'm hoping. Man, that would not be good after that just happened, and then just allow it again. And a good kick. It's gonna be fielded cleanly by. Yeah. Daniel Settles called for a fair catch at the 25-yard line. A smart idea. He caught it. No kind of, you bobbled it or whatever. Nope, clean catch. Wolves start out first 10 at the 25-yard line.
Is it bad that I kind of held my breath on that kickoff? I mean, come on. It was another squib kick around the same position, but luckily there was a guy there to just get the fair catch. And here we go, Blandy in shotgun. Low snap. He's going to hand it off to Daniels. Daniels gets the outside edge. He's going to go back inside and gets a gain of a lot. That will be enough for a Reed Spring first down for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing this could be a battle, a slugging match, you would say. A battle of Goliath versus Goliath. Marshfield was definitely the David in this idea, but they're definitely wising up to this opportunity right here, and they're going shot for shot, punch for punch, you would say. They're going at each other, and I honestly feel like if Marshfield keeps this up, it's going to be who scores last. And Chris Daniels with a breakaway run, a good breakaway run. He's only got a couple men to beat. He's brought down at about the 15 or even the 10-yard line. Oh my, what a run. From the 36 to about the 15, maybe even the 10-yard line. Amazing stuff there by the senior Chris Daniels.
And that is how you get the boys fired up. A big run there by Chris Daniels to set them up. 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line, knocking on the end zone's door. And out comes Blandy to give them the call. What a run by Chris Daniels. He kind of went into the inside, bounced back outside, and just took off. I mean, he may be big, but he is fast. As the Wolves line up here, Blandy in shotgun and stoppage in play. Timeout.
Yeah, there was 1 second left on the game clock, or on the play clock, I should say, not the game clock, on the play clock. So Wolves had to call a timeout. But, on the 13-yard line, and Wolves definitely want to score here, but I don't even think, Keystone, I wouldn't even say that they're knocking on the touchdown door. They're banging, they're beating down that door. It's going to be tough to hold them back here. It's going to be very tough to hold them back here. Wolves are rearing to score to finally add to that lead again after 2 unanswered touchdowns there, almost back-to-back. I have to say, beautiful playing by Marshfield. A very nice strategy there with the kicks and all that. But Wolves, they're going to try and figure it out here. Trying to figure it out very quickly here with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter.
And here we go, Burrow, low snap again. Back to Wyatt McVeigh. He's going to push and push and push and push and push. No whistles are blowing yet. And now they are. That's going to be up to close to the end zone on the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 coming up. The Wolves absolutely SWAT teaming that end zone door right now.
It kind of seems like medieval times where you have a battering ram, and that's what they did right there. They just took Wyatt McVeigh, said, hold on, and they just pushed. And they pushed for a good 8 yards there. They're going to hand it off to Wyatt McVeigh again. He's not going to get anything. Probably a loss of a couple yards there. Blitzed very nicely. Looks like we will have Wyatt McVeigh come out, and we're going to have Chris Daniels come back in here. 3rd and 3, ball on the 6-yard line. Blandy gets the play, running back to his huddle, commanding his troops, telling him what to do.
Yeah, that was a loss of 1 on the run. Now we got Chris Daniels back in the backfield to Blandy's left. Low snap again. It's a fake. And that's James Dowdy. He is in. Touchdown Wolves to add on to this lead.
Yeah, that's James Dowdy's first of the night. oh my gosh, that just kind of tells you how deep we have this team. So that's 41, hoping to make it 42. This is not how I thought the game was going to go. I was thinking the game was going to go, we score maybe 35, allow maybe 20, 22. And that's good. 42 to 26. Holy. We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter, and this game is absolutely riveting. I feel like I'm watching a movie. I'm on the edge of my seat, but I'm 5, maybe 10 yards from the sideline. I'm as close as you can get without throwing a jersey and a set of pads on, and I'm fired up to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I mean, that play that got into the end zone faked me. I thought he handed it off to Chris Daniels at first, but I think he shoveled it forward to James Dowdy. That will count as a touchdown pass for Blandy. So that is his third on the game. 2 to Mitchell and 1 to Dowdy. What a game by the Wolves offense and defense so far. Yeah, the defense led up 2 touchdowns straight, brought Marshfield back into this game. But with that score that the Wolves just had, they are now back in a comfortable lead. So here we go. The Wolves to kick it off. They are in a bunch set right now. I expect them to spread out. No. They won't. Yes, they will. That faked me out for a little bit, and it definitely did Marshfield. It will be a squib kick. It'll be fielded, and he slips, and he is called down after he slips. The field is wet. Obviously, it did rain earlier today, and those conditions have definitely, had a different impact on this game.
No, for sure, yeah. When we were unloading the van trying to get stuff in, I was bobbing and weaving trying to not step in water. I'm like, I like my shoes. I like them not dirty, but just kind of think, because Marshfield doesn't have AstroTurf. So and you can kind of see it. They got a bit of an arc in their field, and that happens naturally with a not AstroTurf field. So I mean, he fakes the handoff, tries to go to the air, and it's gonna be it was almost picked off there by Zach Preston. Very nice play there by the senior. Oh boy. Yeah. But 3 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third quarter. He was doubled up there by number 6, Sam Carpenter, and number 24, Zach Preston. So very good play by the defense there. Kind of getting back in their gear.
Yeah, try to go for the deep ball there. Double coverage, and lucky it wasn't intercepted by Zach Preston. He was right in that area. And here we go. Marshfield lines it back up again. Quarterback in shotgun. Davion Harris takes the handoff, and that's a good gain.
Fire on the play. There definitely looked like possibly some holding, or there looked like there was a Marshall player laying, it looked like, almost on a Reed Spring player. So yep, they're moving them back. I'm not sure what it's on. Holding on the, I don't like to say that Davion Harris is not a good running back, because he definitely is, but that hole was definitely opened up by that holding call for sure. It's almost always, if you see a breakaway run that kind of was questionable, it's almost always due to holding. So it's going to be second and about 17 on the 32-yard line. Wolves defense, they're getting back in their groove. They're kind of figuring out what to do here, and I'm liking to see it. Almost looks like a possible wishbone formation back there. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to go to the air. And it's almost tracked down there by number 10, Dan Fifth, the linebacker, who was way back in coverage. And oh my, I'm glad to see that it was not brought in by the Marshall wide receiver.
Yeah, Daniel Fiflet, the lurking linebacker there to bat it down, almost kind of turned his head 180, turned his body 180 degrees to try and catch that ball, but was not able to, but still goes for an incomplete pass. 3rd and 18 coming up on the 32-yard line. Quarterback back in shotgun, and he's just going to go up the middle. Missed tackle by Dowdy, and he's off to the races. Tice Jones, one man can't get him. Two men can't get him, and he's in. Touchdown Marshfield. The score now 42-32.
Just as I was saying, our defense was getting figured out. A high snap, goes up the middle, fakes going up the middle, finds the outside, has a couple blockers, and he shows his speed. Coach is very audible on the sideline, trying to tell the boys what to do here. Oh, yeah, and it's a low snap, but he's not going to make it. That was, oh, my gosh. That was number 10, Dan Flifflet, number 19, Keegan Fish there. Both on the tackle. Keegan to grab the legs, and Dan playing cleanup. But that's 6 points on the board. Wolves lead by 10, but it's just 10 compared to what they had at the start of this halftime.
Yeah, they were up 16. Now they're only up 10. And, I mean, that's 2 scores. Give, Marshfield another chance if we don't score here. And they can bring it within 3. And, that kind of worries me a bit. Because we're not even through the third quarter. And this game is like this. Like I said, we'll be here for a showdown. Possibly a 50-point game is needed by the Wolves just to win.
Yeah, we may be even looking at a 50-point or maybe even a 60-point. We got 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Keystone, we still got 12 more minutes of game time to play, sir. Oh, my. And I'm looking at this Wolves sideline, and they're exhausted. But the same thing has to be happening on the other side of the field. This has been hard-nosed high school football all 3 quarters, especially this current third quarter. So Wolves are going to have to dig deep, dig back to those. And Daniel settles. Oh, and he bobbles it. Oh, my. He definitely bobbled it, but was able to recover it nicely. But this is when you got to dig deep. This is when you got to go back to your summer two-a-days where you got to find that inner strength, and you got to dig just a little bit deeper than the other team, and that's what's really going to come down to us winning this slugging match here of a game.
Yeah, the Marshfield sideline and student section was not happy about that ball being called dead, but it was, and out comes the offense. But we have a stop in play. We have the refs talking over it. Could be talking over that dead ball call. And the Wolves are going to go back in the huddle. Refs are discussing over something. Don't know exactly what.
Could be that dead ball call. I'm not sure, though. Wayne's going to run over the sideline, talk to his head coach, and the leader of this team, Coach Andy McFarland, definitely spearheaded a new type of football here. We were a good football team, but we just weren't able to figure it out. Last year, everything just kind of collected, and we've had plenty of faith in this football team. But we're seeing a big test and a big ask of our Wolves here. Oh, and we're going to replay the kickoff. Okay. We have James Dowdy way back, and yep, we're going to be replaying the kickoff. No idea.
I have a lot of questions, but not a lot of answers. I don't know why they're replaying the kickoff. Maybe it's because of the dead ball call, but it was already called, and the Wolves were lining up to run another play. But I think the refs just got kind of pressured by the home side of the stadium to replay it.
Yeah, and that doesn't make sense to me. Unless you guys talk about it and you figure out that there was a problem with the call, you got to stick to your call. It's like in baseball. If you call a strike, you got to stick with a strike. You call a ball, you got to stick with a ball. And they're gonna kick it to Nathan, and he's gonna field it just short of the 30-yard line. Call it fair, thankfully, because you don't want him fielding it and then Marshfield Blue Jays coming with a full head of steam at him. That would not be good to see. But 2 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. I think it's going to become, as I was kind of considering and I was worried about, a slugging match of sorts.
Yeah, definitely. These two teams are trained blow for blow, and I do see Chris Daniels out there. I heard Anthony McFarland say, "Hey, Chris, are you good?" And he said, "Yes, sir." And he's back out there, gets a gain of around 2 or 3. Gets a gain of 1. It'll come up 2nd and 9 on the 31-yard line.
The AO chants by the sideline, definitely rearing up these boys, ready to go. Blaney with a good snap. He's trying to find James Dowdy. Airs it out, and he may find him. There's a flag on the play. That's got to be pass interference, because I'm hearing a lot of cheers from the Wolves sideline and the Wolves stands, and a lot of boos from the Marshfield side. So, yep, it's probably going to be pass interference on the defense. That's going to be plenty for a Reed Spring first down. That's definitely going to help in this drive.
Yeah, and remember, pass interference is at the spot of the foul. So the Wolves will get a big gain there, almost as if, James Dowdy caught the ball, but instead it won't go down as a stat for him. But it will be a gain of a first down for the Wolves. I'm be honest, I could not see anything with all these players in front of me, so I'm glad you made the call there, Landon. And we have Blandy Burrow in shotgun. Low snap again, and they are in the backfield to take down Chris Daniels. It'll be 2nd and 11 or 12.
It's that low snap that's getting us. It's not even a low snap, it's rolling. And then Blandy has to pick it up and hand it off. If it's coming to Blandy fast, then Blandy has that extra half second or maybe even a second to hand it off, and we can get that line set up. But number 75, Landon Irvin, the junior. Oh, and there's a good snap. Fakes the handoff. Blandy's feeling some trouble. Has to just throw it away. Wisely throws it away. It's going to be 2nd and 11 here.
Yeah, obviously, our starting center, Jaden Turner, has not been in for 3 weeks with his ankle injury. He will be back next week, is what I've been told. And it will be 3rd and 11 on the 44-yard line. Blandy Burrow was kind of seemingly go long, but nobody went long, and he had to just throw it away before he went out of bounds.
Yeah, the defensive backs, the corners, safeties even, were playing real good ball. Blandy has a ton of pressure. James Dowdy has plenty of blockers. And oh my gosh, hurdles a man. Oh, and he's got the sideline. And he's gone. I made a missed call. That's my fault. He didn't make the touchdown, but boy, was he close. I had all of the Wolves sideline in front of and I'm like, oh, where's he at? Out of bounds is the 10-yard line. So 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Wolves lead 42-32. Trying to make it 48-32 pending that point after attempt.
Yeah, last week we used that screen pass a lot against Hollister, just completely shredded them with it. And here we go, a chance to extend the lead back to 16 points. Low snap, Blandy Burrow got to lower his shoulder. Is he in? No, he is stopped short. Another low snap, and Burrow getting up slow.
Yeah, he's getting up slow. Probably
5-yard gain. Second to go from the 5.
maybe took a rough hit. Gain of 5 on the run, so it's going to be second 5 on the 5-yard line. Or second goal, I should say, on the 5. But 8, 7, 6, that was the play clock. So 20. There's Chris Daniels trying to find the outside, doesn't find it. Oh, but he does. I am sorry. I was looking at the back pylon. He does find it. That's 48-32 with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Wolves strike again. And now we have number 20, Miguel Campos, with the kickoff, or the point after attempt, I should say. Kickoff will return in just 1 second. And it's good. It's through the uprights. 49-32, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff for the Wolves.
Yeah, just an amazing drive there by Blaney Burrow and co. Ended off with a Chris Daniels run to the outside. Pylon got there.
Purchase your tracks today.
And here we have the kickoff by Miguel Campos. And could be an onside kick. That would be nice to see, but we have not seen an onside kick go the Wolves' way just yet this year. So with 14 seconds left in the third quarter, it'd be nice to see it go the Wolves' way and maybe have some good field position at that too.
Yeah, Wolves in a bunch form on the kickoff. Let's see what we do, and they will spread out. So it is 49-32, Wolves up by 17. And this one's going to be fielded, and it's bobbled. It's bobbled, and the Wolves may have it. The Wolves may have it. Do the Wolves have it? Yes, they do. Wolves have ball. A little squib kick goes their way. They land back on the ball, and the offense is coming right back out to try and advance this lead.
Fumble recovery by the Wolves. That's beautiful to hear. The PA announcer here in Marshfield. That's definitely got to be tough to hear if you're a Marshfield Blue Jay fan. But on the 32-yard line, Wolves 1st and 10. I'm okay with this, aren't you, Keaston? And we gotta. Oh my gosh, Chris Daniels breaking tackles left and right. Not sure if you made the first down. I believe he did. Yep, and it'll move the chains. That's good enough for a Reed Spring first down. That's going to be 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. Very nice run there by the senior, number 25, Chris Daniels.
Yeah, Chris Daniels there with a lethal juke move. I mean, oh my Lord, put the defender on ice skates. And here we go. Chris Daniels is to his right. Blandy, low snap, back to Daniels. Daniels trying to get that outside edge, and he's just going to go out of bounds. Or no, he keeps on going and almost gets to the end zone.
Yeah, I think he made the first down too. I'm not sure what but that is the end of the third quarter. So, Keaston, what are your thoughts coming into this fourth quarter? You know, it's going to be a doozy. What are your thoughts on it? What do the Wolves got to do? What does Marshfield have to do or not do, so to speak?
I mean, I love the situation the Wolves are in right now. I mean, they are at the 22-yard line. They are knocking on the door of the end zone, like pure banging on the door, and they're not going to stop until they advance this lead to 50 points, more than 50 points. it will be 55 points that they score on this possession.
So, yeah, that is third quarter. Wolves 49, Marshfield 32. It would be very nice to score here. Be up 55, possibly 56 after the point after attempt by Miguel Campos if we do score here. But field goals are not going to be good enough here. You know, the Wolves, field goals aren't going to be good enough, for sure not. If we got a field goal, be up by 20. But with 12 minutes left, 3 scores, we've seen how fast Marshfield can score, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So, say score clean here and finish this fourth quarter out clean.
Yeah, I mean, the situation for the Wolves right now is amazing. They are within red zone opportunity at the 22-yard line, and they have a chance to advance this lead and try and pull away and win this game. So here we go. Burrow with 2 running backs next to him. That's McVeigh and Daniels next to him.
Yeah, looks like they're going for a wishbone set. We got James Dowdy out to the left, and I believe that's Nathan Mitchell out to the right of the quarterback. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like they're setting the ball where it should be. So it's going to be 1st and 15 on the 27-yard line. And a handoff to Wyatt McVeigh. Chris Daniels is there to help, but he is wrapped up quickly. And you can see Lucas Wattenberger immediately tap his chest going, hey, that's my bad. And that's kind of what I like to see, a veteran varsity player, not just a veteran player, a veteran varsity player kind of just says, hey, that's my fault. That was my guy. But now it's going to be 2nd and 20. Could be going to the air here. We do have Nathan Mitchell, James Dowdy, Zach Preston, Chris Daniels is the only running back in the backfield.
Yeah, Wolves may be looking to pass it here, and they will. Rolling out right. There is a flag on the play. Just get it out to Dowdy. Dowdy just dragging a man with him. That's within 5 yards of the first down. But like I said, there is a flag on the play. And there were some words exchanged between the two teams.
Yeah, number 13 on Marshfield was pushing off James Dowdy as he was standing up. I'm like, I understand getting up, you got to get a little bit of help, but help out each other. False start on the Wolves. Yeah, it was a free play, wasn't sure. You just got to go for it, I guess. But we're going to be moving it back 5 yards, so that's going to be 11 minutes and 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 24 on the 36-yard line. Thankfully, we don't lose it down. That's a big thing. James Dowdy, Zach Preston, Nathan Mitchell, Dan Flifflett is at tight end. And there is the man of the hour, Chris Daniels, in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff. Chris Daniels, he's going to find the outside. He'll find the outside well. He beats a couple men. And it's going to be 3rd and about 7. It's going to be 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, good gain there by Chris Daniels, finding an open gap in the line. And here we go. Within 8 yards, 3rd and 8 on the 20. And they're same setup as last time. They're trying to get a hard count. Low snap, he bobbles the snap. He's looking to throw it. He throws it way downfield, and that is way short. And we got a pass interference, it seems like.
Yeah, there was a pass interference. I was gonna be ticked if that wasn't one. He was all over James, not looking at the ball. And if you're both looking at the ball, fighting for the ball, that's more okay. They won't call it as much, but if you're not looking at the ball actively whatsoever, you almost gotta call it. So, should be 15 yards from the line. So it would put us at the 5-yard line, but I'm not sure how they're gonna put it.
I think pass interference is at the spot of the foul. So if it was in the end zone, that means the Wolves are on the 1 yard line right now. And they're going to move it up to the 10. Interesting. They were at the 20, a 10-yard penalty for pass interference.
I think it because they couldn't do the 15 yards on the spot of foul, it's half the distance to the goal line. They'll do that more on closer to the goal line type stuff. And a low snap again, but there's Chris Daniels. He's trying to find an open hole, but there is none. Stuffed immediately. Second 9 here on the 9-yard line. Second goal, I should say, on the 9-yard line with 10 minutes and counting here. Wyatt McVeigh in the slot receiver position. There is Daniel Fiflet at the tight end. Blandy's going to roll out by himself. He's going to run it. He's not able to find the end zone, but pushed out of bounds about the 3-yard line. So 3rd and 3. Good to see.
Yeah, I thought Blandy Burrow kind of had a star step. I thought he was about to jump over a man with that one, but he does get pushed out of bounds. It is 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line. Here we go. Wolves with a chance to punch it in. Burrow in shotgun formation, and they're just going to call a timeout. Miscommunication. I saw number 22, Wyatt McVeigh, kind of looking back, asking what is the play. But fortunately, the Wolves have another timeout that they can use, and they will be on the 30-yard line.
Coach McFarland is getting into his boys. I heard him, quote, say, "I don't want to hear any of you guys yelling at Marshfield." And he's not happy about this chirping back and forth, and he's making sure to lay down the law with his boys that it does not fly. And you gotta make that known with your boys. I mean, I love all of our players for sure, but you gotta make that well known. We can't be sinking to the level of Marshfield, because we're gonna get eaten up with chippy calls and chippy flags if we do.
Yeah, Marshfield has definitely gotten into the heads of Reed Springs so far today, and that is one of the side effects of it. So here we go. Burrow in shotgun. Daniels to his right. The refs whistle in play. Here we go. A chance to score it. Burrow's going to run it in. He's going to get in. Touchdown, Wolves. Blandy Burrow with his first rushing touchdown of the season. I think so.
Yeah, that's beautiful play there. And with 9 minutes and 39 seconds, I just like to go over the touchdown tally. So we had 2 in the first quarter by Nathan Mitchell. We've had 1 by Blandy Burrow. We've had 2 by Chris Daniels and 1 by James Dowdy. And then we can't forget the one by Mr. number 10, Mr. Daniel Fiflet. The elusive linebacker, as Mr. Keyston Chaplin said, and I think that's a good nickname for him. We do have a player down, does have both athletic trainers, Crystal, our athletic trainer, and Marshfield's. Definitely good to see.
Yeah, there seems to be a really bad injury on the field. Both teams are kneeling down. We think it's just a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like just a cramp. Don't want to speculate on that too much, but he's walking off on his own power. That's definitely good to see. Injuries are something that you can't avoid, unfortunately, especially in such a heavy contact sport like football. Basketball wouldn't, not really considered a contact sport, but injuries definitely happen. But football, you're making contact every single play with somebody. So good to see that he gets up on his own free will. Miguel here for the point after attempt to make it 56-32. And it's good. 56-32 here in Marshfield, Missouri. Wolves with a commanding lead. A commanding lead of 24 points here. Marshfield's gonna need a wing and a prayer here to make something happen here. After that touchdown, it is 56-38. Refs are talking a little bit. I think they're just talking because there's a timeout called. But Marshall coming out for the point after attempt, could be going for two. Try to make it just 16, try to make it a possible two-score game. Both would have to be two-point conversion, scoring 8 on both touchdowns. But crazier things have happened, definitely, for sure. they will set up for a kick for a point after attempt. I say set up because they can go for anything right here. They're going to have a 2-point. They're going to try and pass it in. And it's no good. The score will stay 56 Wolves, Marshfield 38.
Yeah, you know, the Wolves have done a great job with a couple players out. I see over here Jace Bolin and Jaden Turner both talking to each other. Jaden Turner has something wrong with his ankle, and Jace Bolin also has wrap on his ankle. So both have ankle injuries coming into this game. Both were not able to play, but so far they have done pretty good. Yeah, there have been some low snaps here and there, but with Chris Daniels filling in that Jace Bolin hole, he has done an amazing job.
Yeah, for sure. Chris Daniels has kind of made a name for himself, and so is Wyatt McVeigh. That's definitely going to be an elusive duo. It's not going to be a Chris Daniels Jace Bolin duo, but having Jace Bolin and Wyatt McVeigh, both seniors, and definitely Jace is going to be your more strong back. Wyatt a little bit smaller, but still both very fast, very strong, elusive running backs. That's going to be an interesting duo there.
Yeah, if you're Reed Spring here, you have got to watch for that squib kick or even an onside kick. We saw them recover one earlier, and then they had to redo the kick because of a bad call. But they're pushing out a little bit, so no bunch form for them.
The Wolves are pushed way up. James Dowdy is the furthest back, and he's not even that far back. Gonna find a good boot. James Dowdy just dives on it and falls for it. We'll be first attending about the 15-yard line. We'll be first 15 at the 15-yard line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the Wolves will start their drive here after Marshfield answered that touchdown. But Wolves looking to answer that touchdown again as well. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I don't want to say the game's decided, but the game is definitely in the Wolves' favor as Chris Daniels breaks a couple tackles. That's plenty for a first down, but I'm not saying it's gonna seal the deal, but it would definitely make it a huge lead for the Wolves if they do score here and get the point after attempt.
The thing I'm noticing is that we have not said Nathan Mitchell's name for a long time since that drop potential touchdown catch there in the second quarter. And here we go. Chris Daniels gets a good gain there on the run.
Yeah, that's not to discredit Nathan whatsoever, but he just hasn't been open. I feel like they've been seeing him and saw, all right, hey, watch number 8. A good 5-yard gain there by Chris Daniels, but they've been like, all right, watch number 8. And then that's definitely opened it up for guys like James Dowdy, Daniel Fiflet, and even Chris Daniels in the backfield and Wyatt McVeigh in the backfield as well, because they're covering the wide receivers so heavy, it opens up the seams for the running backs.
We had a flag on the play. It was offsides on the Blue Jays. I saw someone coming off the line kind of patting their chest saying, hey, that's my bad, guys. I'm sorry. And so it will be first down at the 36-yard line. So Wolves putting together a drive here. Preston and Dowdy out to the left. Mitchell to the right. Blaine's just going to hand it off to Daniels. Daniels has some speed, and that is well enough for a Reed Spring first down.
Yeah, made it just over midfield. He had 2 guys trying to catch him, but he fought for maybe 3 or 4 yards there. Gosh. with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wolves are looking very good here on offense and defense, I may add. We're allowing a couple touchdowns, but we're looking pretty good.
Here we go. Burrow in shotgun, hands it off to Daniels again. Daniels gets the outside edge. Daniels has some space and has the speed and gets pushed out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. Good run there by Daniels. He has definitely been the man of the night for the Wolves.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to completely agree with that. We've had a plethora of players that have been done plenty. We've gone over that plenty enough, but Daniel's definitely the MVP of the night. We were making jokes that Nathan was definitely the MVP of the first quarter, but I'd have to say Chris Daniels is the MVP of the night for sure thus far. And that's number 22, Wyatt McVeigh, the junior, making a hole for himself, or I should say the amazingly led offensive line there by Coach Kessinger, making a hole there for our running back Wyatt McVeigh to get a 6-yard gain there and make it 2nd and 4 on the 10-yard line. And there will be a timeout called, timeout Marshfield. Wolves going to talk it over here. Keyston, what are your thoughts here in this timeout?
Well, we got just under 7 minutes left to play. The Wolves up by 18 here. And, you know, the Wolves are making a good drive here, mostly led by Chris Daniels. He has found the hole that the offensive line has made him, and he has capitalized on it, really. Has gotten them all the way down to the 10-yard line. It will be 2nd and 4 coming up after this short timeout break. Here we go, Blanding in shotgun. That's McVeigh to his right. Preston out wide left, and you see Dowdy in the slot. And he's going to hand it off to McVeigh. McVeigh tries to get that edge. He does. He gets in. Touchdown, Wolves. Wyatt McVeigh with the amazing run there, out from 10 yards. And it will now be 62-38. Wolves on top.
Yeah, he broke one tackle, a big tackle that should have ended that run right there. But then he just said, no, I'm going for it. And then he got twisted up with his ankles, but then said, no, I'm going to get that touchdown. I will not be stopped. So with 6 minutes and 46 seconds left, Wolves, after this, could be up 63-38. I did not think it was going to be this much of a slugging match here. But it's good to see that the Wolves are able to play to a high caliber, because besides Nevada, this has probably been our biggest, our toughest opponent for sure. You know, going against Seneca next week, and it's good. Going against Seneca next week, we need to be playing on our A game for sure, especially going at Seneca for sure. But very nice playing.
Yeah, I feel like if we play like this next week at Seneca, we can definitely upset them. Obviously, everyone thinks, oh, Seneca's, oh yeah, they're number 2 in the class. I mean, yeah, they're great and all, but this Wolves team is amazing. The offense is electric. The defense is heart-stopping. And you just got to give credit to the offense and defense and special teams and coaching staff for the Wolves.
No, yeah, I'm definitely glad that you threw the coaching staff in there. I was about to get on to you just a little bit. Our coaching staff I don't want to say world-class, but it's an amazing coaching staff. These coaches are amazing. They're not only just amazing teachers, they're amazing coaches as well. Here's the kickoff by Miguel Campos. And a good kick. Oh my gosh, an amazing kick. Fielded about the Field about the 15 or the 12. Sorry. And he got a couple blockers. Brought down at about the 40-yard line, maybe the 35. Now here, as Marshfield takes the field, the Marshfield offense, I should say, what are they going to do, Keyston? What do you think they're going to be able to muster against this defense, this Wolves defense that hasn't been the best, but when it counts, they've been there?
You have to hand it off to Devon Harris. He has been their guy so far running the ball. And even number 18, the quarterback. And here we go, an outside run. That is Davion Harris. And he gets stopped after a minimum gain. And we have someone limping. That's number 68 on the offense. That's not a good sign. He was slow to get up. And that's Jacob Minton.
Yeah, not sure if he's hurt, but it's been a long night for sure. This has been a grindy game for sure. Like, if you don't look at the scoreboard and you look at how tired these guys are, you'd think it'd be a defensive slugging match where it's almost no first downs. But no, it's been all offense, I'd have to say. Besides the Wolves have been offense and defense completely. Offense is making it count when they need to. Defense is making it count when they need to. The team's making it count. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here, 3rd and 4 on the 47-yard line. This is a crucial 3rd down here. If they don't convert, they're looking at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, the Wolves offense has scored 63 points, their highest of the season. And here's a pass going deep. Tries to grab it one-handed. That's number 86. Tyler Young trying to get it, just could not reel it in. 5:09 left in this game. Wolves 63, Marshfield 38. The highest score the Wolves have scored all year, 63 points. That is an offensive absolute masterclass.
Yeah, and even more than we scored not last week, but the week before in Springfield against Springfield Catholic, one of the teams that will be joining us when we go to the Mid-Lakes Conference, as well as last week's opponent, Hollister. But there's a quarterback keeper, and it's going nowhere. Coach Cagle is fired up about that. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 on, I believe, the 47-yard line.
So the question now is, do they put Tyson Porter out there? No, they will keep Blandy Burrow out there on the field with 5 minutes left in this 4th quarter.
I think I'd love to see Tyson get a bit of playing time, but I think they see what's up ahead. They know what's coming next. And I'm not saying a couple more plays in this game. And there's a great run there. A beautiful masterclass. We need to have Wyatt McVeigh and coach a masterclass in how to run a ball straight down the middle, and that's plenty for a 1st down. We'd have Chris Daniels, Wyatt McVeigh, Blandy Burrell, show you how to be probably one of the best quarterbacks in the area, if not the best, I would say. But no, they definitely see what's coming next. The bad Seneca. It's going to be a rough game. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the game and ticking. Wolves, I say if they score here, they'll start putting some more people in. Ooh. That's going nowhere. They weren't allow it to happen whatsoever.
Yeah, big hit. It looked like Wyatt McVeigh got the back of his helmet kind of slammed down on the ground. Oh, I felt that from here. But it will be a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up on the 30-yard line. Here we go, Burrow in shotgun.
Yeah, we are getting a bit of second string. That's Daniel Settles on the run. Good run, Settles. That's a very nice run there by Daniel Settles. 3rd and 3 here on the 25 now. So we're not subbing out too many people. Definitely making sure that line is ready to go for a gritty game against Seneca. That's going to be, I think it's going to be an offensive slugging match like last year, where it's going to be who scores last is who's going to win. And another handoff there to Daniel Settles. He's going to find a first down, and he's going to find just a bit more. Not much, but he's fighting for every yard. Just under 3 minutes. Yeah, that's going to move the chains. That's going to be enough for another Reed Spring first down. Wolves are playing very nice late into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, ball is at the 21, almost to the 20-yard line. They're knocking on the red zone's door and banging on the end zone's door. If they can get a score here, possibly make it 70-38, the boys will be riding that bus home really well tonight. So here we go. Blandy in shotgun, Settles to his right. Settles breaks the tackle, but can't get much more. That's maybe a gain of 1, but almost a gain of none. It will be 2nd and 9 coming up on the 20-yard line. And I do see a couple more people coming in. That's 14, Braden Langston, and number 16, Blake Murphy. He's a freshman on this team. Murphy with the handoff. Murphy breaking tackles. Murphy getting a good gain, making it 3rd and manageable coming up.
Yeah, Murphy kind of bobbled that ball a little bit. Kind of got the jitters of maybe his first varsity playing, but gets that ball tucked in nice and secure with 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 on the 16-yard line. Wolves are making sure that when state rankings come out, they are up there. They are making sure people know they are ready for Seneca, and boy, am I happy to see it.
Yes, Wolves team has done amazing tonight with just a minute left, and that's a fumble on the play, and Marshfield has the ball. So a fumble there, and 1:06 left on the clock. Blake Murphy just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Turnover on downs here from that fumble. 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. Blaney talking to a couple of his players, just kind of cheering him up, being like, hey, yeah, you fumbled the ball, but yeah, he got us some yards. And that's that veteran quarterback that we like to see. And that's a good handoff. And he's broken away, and he is gone. No one's catching him. Touchdown, Marshfield.
Yeah, Marshfield just trying to get any source of points, any source of momentum going into next week. I mean, it's 44-63. The Wolves are up by 19. I mean, game's over. But, you know, good for Marshfield to get some more points on board heading into next week, get some more momentum going.
Yeah, they're looking for the two-point conversion. It's no good. Zach Preston was all over that wide receiver. So with 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 63 Wolves, Marshfield 44. So here the Wolves are setting up, and here we can definitely see not as many varsity players. A lot of, still a good amount of varsity players. You got Daniel Fiflet, you got number 20 Daniel Campos, not Daniel Campos. You got number 20 Miguel Campos. Pardon me. You're getting some guys some reps for sure. That's definitely good to see here. And we do have number 3 Tyson Porter. But Keyston, with 52 seconds left, what are your thoughts as this game kind of just winds down here?
The Wolves all around did an amazing job. Marshfield, they stayed in the game for a little while, but then the Wolves hit on all cylinders, all pistons, and started scoring almost at will. And that will be received by James Dow. He just plops right on the ball, and the Wolves offense comes out to seal this game.
That's amazing to see. Blandy Burrow coming out, yelling to the crowd, pumping them up, and we can hear the cowbells. We can hear the megaphones. We can hear it all. Marshfield stands pretty bare compared to when we had kicked off for this game. And victory formation, just a couple more plays, and it will be game. Maybe just one more play. So yeah, they're just gonna set up the ball here, and yeah, I'm gonna give my final thoughts, and this game will be over. Yeah, so Wolves win 63-44 here in Marshfield. A little bit sloppy in the second and third quarter. Wolves figured out, fire on all pistons here in the fourth. Wolves are doing great. Wolves are feeling good here in Marshfield. But that is your game with 5 seconds left. They're setting up to shake hands. And there's the official end of the game. 63-44. Wolves win decisively. We will be right back. We will be back here on RS Wolves TV next Friday in Seneca. Going to be a big matchup against number 2 in Class 3 in Missouri. Definitely check in for that one. Thank you guys, and good